word to wise. Grass only greener when it's fertilized. Gave them truth in these songs, they prefer to lies. Destiny beautiful, adrift in her purple lies. You can't see me, you Stevie. Wondering how I reach more evolutions than Evie. And make it look easy. Man, dream on, yeah. Dream on, Dreamweaver.
What is up, Earth's mightiest subscribers? It is your boy Ernie the Blerd Without Fear. Got the homie Carter presents. Welcome to episode 350 of the Blerd Cave, the #1 comic book stream on this or any other Earth in the multiverse that you can find not just here on YouTube. You can find us on Google and all Amazon, Apple, all those other, you know the places by now. Just go leave us a rating. Now we have a lot to talk to you about today. But first, how you doing, Carter?
America. I had a little bit of a problem this week. You see, there was some books that came out. There was a movie that came out I had planned on seeing yesterday, but I was just out of it from work. I didn't even get to go see it. Did you watch that trailer I sent you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I meant to go watch that yesterday. I'm gonna try to go see that today when we're done with this. But
Yeah,
here's my we ain't gonna talk about movies. We're gonna talk about books. We're gonna talk about books because America, I had an issue.
Ooh.
Ultimate Wolverine came out this week, the final issue. Okay. The final issue, even though
real quick. Gavin,
Uh-oh.
I see Gavin's in the chat. Gavin, I need you to hang around for a minute. I need you to hang around because I have something I want to show you, but no, carry on.
So this was the final issue of Ultimate Wolverine this week, even though technically the final issue was 12. They just extended the book so that it could fall in line with Ultimate Endgame, which is respect. Now you giving your creators more time to give maybe a more complete ending instead of having to try to cram everything in 12 issues. Now you get 5 more, or 4 more, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
But the book came out Wednesday, just in case you didn't know when New Comic Book Day was, y'all.
Hey, man.
The book came out.
Some people.
The issue completed. I got to the last page. I knew the issue was done because at the very bottom it said end. So I knew that was
Yeah, that's it. That's a wrap. That's
so.
Wait. Wait a minute. Or you could be nasty like some other books and be like, the beginning.
The beginning. Yeah.
And then we don't hear anything ever again.
But okay, so here's the issue with that. If that happened with Ultimate Wolverine and we got the beginning and we just didn't get anything else after that, this is one of those instances where I would have been cool with that. Because that was probably the most mid ending I have ever seen in the history of niggerdom. I've been black for several years, and in my experience of reading comics as a black male, I have never seen a book so mid. That book, and I'm speaking as someone who got both trades of that book on the shelf. So I felt like I can say these things because I'm gonna buy volume 3 trade when it come out.
Mm-hmm.
This is the clearest cut example, pure came straight from Vietnam example of the artist putting the book on their back while also grabbing the writer by the back of his neck, like you see some dudes do puppies, and put him up there too. Because
damn.
The only thing that sold this book, don't do that, Gavin. Don't do that. That's comics, baby. Because here's the thing. Don't do that. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to do that shit Ernie did. I'm going to tell you why you wrong.
Damn. Do I do that?
Yeah, you did it to me.
Oh shit, that's crazy. You know what? You're right.
That was only the one
You're
time,
right.
and then that made it into you and me, flat. But
You're right. You're right.
Let me tell you why you wrong, and that's comics.
Oh god.
Because there is I know, just like one of the books we're going to be talking about, Stranger Comics. That's one of those, if you know, but it's actually blowing up. This is another comic that if you know about this comic, you know. If you don't, you don't. It's very under the radar comic, but it's starting to get its wings, and a lot more people are starting to talk about it. Okay, so there's a comic out. Ernie may not know about it, but it's called The Flash, right? And it has a new arc with this new creative team, right?
I wasn't expecting it to go that direction.
Right? And this new creative team on this book, both sides are doing their job. The writer is doing his job to keep you engrossed in the story, and the artist is doing his job to, guess what? Keep you engrossed in the story. Both people, it's a marriage of creativity in one thing. This Ultimate Wolverine was an example of, that's a very attractive woman. Who is that old dude? Oh, bet money she is only with that old dude for his money. Ain't nobody that fine. Ain't nobody that fine gonna be with an old ass dude like that. You know she there for the money. And in this instance, Chris Condon, you the one that we know. You only got that attractive person for that's you, big dog. That's you. Because Alessandro Capuccio is the only I wish when this book came out, you minimized Chris Condon's name and you put Alessandro Capuccio's in big bold letters, because that's who really sold that book. That fantastic art from issue to issue. That artist never skipped a beat, never had a bad issue at any point in all 16.
I will just say that
Ernie, you're not listening, dog. That book was LeBron's first season with the Cavaliers, where everybody knew who the Cole player was, and everybody knew who was LeBron. That's what that book was.
Well, no. All I was gonna say is, like, I've had very minimal engagement with Ultimate Wolverine, so I can't speak to it on a level that Carter can, because he's gone through all of it. Yeah. All I can say is, whenever I would see people talk about the book, the things that they would like glaze up about the book were things that to me were red flags, that maybe they're reading the book for reasons that I wouldn't read the book. Like, case in point, I can't read a book just for the art. Like if it's like you got to have a story to go along with it. Like if you hand me a book that is really beautiful, I don't care how beautiful it is. And I'll use this as an example. Big Game.
Yeah.
How many of y'all remember Big Game? That I know Carter knows.
Mark Millar and Pepe Larraz. That was his magnum opus, where all of Mark Millar's Millarverse books combined into one big event thing. Yeah.
Right, like one huge crossover of the Millar world. And like, to me, it was pretty to look at.
Yeah.
I didn't like what was going on. I didn't like the story that was attached to it. And for that very reason, I think I went. How long was Big Game? It was like, what, 4 issues? Was it 4?
4 or 5. I think it was 4 or 5.
Okay, so I know I read at least 2 of them. And after the second one, or no, that's a lie. I read the third one. Regardless of whether that book ended at 4 or 5 issues, I couldn't tell you how it ended. Because I reached a point where I was really like hoping that this would be like so much better, but I was like, this is just a pretty book. And it's kind of how I feel about, some of the stuff I've heard people say about Ultimate Wolverine. Like, I've seen people go, like, I've even had people in this very chat tell me
that what?
that they were like, yeah, man, I just like it for the art. I just like it for the art. I just like it for the art. Or they'll be like, oh, I just like because like there's so much violence and there's people getting broke off like every issue or whatever. And for me, I'm like, okay, but where's the story? Because if I'm just looking at pretty pictures, here's what I would do. This is me. If you hand me a book and say, hey, you should check this book out, I'd be like, why? And they'd be like, man, the art is crazy in it. And then they go like, yeah, when I say like, yeah, okay, the art's crazy. What about the story? And they're like, man, nah, you ain't got to worry about that, man. Just read it for the art. I'm like, no, I'll just go buy art from that person.
Ernie.
I'll just go buy art from that person.
I don't think you listen. You got to listen to what I'm saying, dog. You got to listen to what I'm saying. Alessandro Capuccio is literally the rich old white man, and Chris Condon is the overly attractive dumb blonde that you know is only there for the money because they ain't got nothing else going on. Okay? Because they know that if it was just them, nothing would happen with them.
But I like Chris. I'm trying to now that I've said that, I'm sitting here trying to like think of a thing.
Look at what you did. Look what you did. You put yourself in the corner. Look what you did.
Well, no.
No.
Let me cook for a moment. I was trying to think of something like immediately that would like boom come to my head. But that Texas Blood. I don't know why I didn't think of that first. Like that Texas Blood. Like that was a book I really enjoyed. And I think that hey, if you're gonna here's the thing. I'm like this. If you're gonna read any Chris Condon, read that Texas Blood.
Read this one book. Don't touch nothing else.
I'm not saying don't read anything. I'm just saying if someone were to say, hey, Blerd, give me a book by Chris Condon that like is lit. No qualifiers. No. Yeah, you got to read it upside down and then like in the dark with like a pen light on. You afford to be like none of that. No. Just tell me. Just say, hey, read this book and you will be amazed. And I'll be like, dude, that Texas Blood. That Texas.
You know what more? Okay, I'll tell you more of my aggravation with that book, and I'll see if you all agree with me. Okay,
let's go.
Okay. You look at the Ultimates. You look at Ultimate Black Panther. You look at Ultimate X-Men, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even if you disagree with some of the writing choices in some regards, like some people thought that, you know, Ultimate Black Panther was just a lot of talking. It was a lot of conversations and stuff like that. If you thought that Ultimate X-Men was just a manga or some random ass complaint when you didn't even give the book a chance to grab you because you just anyway. Ultimate Black Panther, Ultimate X-Men, Ultimate Spider-Man. At least there was an attempt to do something different with these toys since you're not relegated to keeping things status quo. Ultimate X-Men especially was one where they took a lot of choices and Peach Momoko took a lot of freedoms to do that story how they wanted to do it. Jonathan Hickman did it as well with Ultimate Spider-Man. Even if you don't like that book, he did take some chances and he tweak some things here and there. Ultimate Black Panther did it again. Even if you didn't agree with how the story elements worked and the story beats, they did some tweaking. Even Ultimate, even if you love how many times Ernie has called that shit the vanillas, there is still something there to set itself apart from other books. They took those toys and they did something different with them. There was a lot of tweaking.
Yeah,
Chris Condon didn't do that with Ultimate X-Men.
I mean, that's fair.
Or Ultimate Wolverine, excuse me.
Yeah,
there wasn't a lot of that. Like, okay, so they're making Wolverine the Winter Soldier. Okay, now what? Nothing. That's just Logan now. That's regular James Howlett shenanigans. We got Jean Grey with the Cyberpunk 2077 V, have the side of her head shaved and shit like that. And everybody is just, and we fighting Russia. That is it.
Can I keep it a stack with you though? Can I keep it a stack with you? Like, look.
Here we go.
I feel like Ultimate Wolverine, and I don't think this is actually true, but I'm just saying this is my headcanon. I feel like Ultimate Wolverine is a response to the divisiveness of Ultimate X-Men. Like, I want to be clear when I say this.
Okay, I see.
I don't think that I do think Ultimate X-Men is divisive, but I don't think that it is bad. Like, I like Ultimate X-Men, but I get why other people don't like Ultimate X-Men. And considering like how much the discourse, was kind of keyed in that direction, people going, "Oh, I don't like this, man. This isn't really X-Men. This is just fucking manga, man. This is bullshit." But I feel like Ultimate X-Men was one of those things like Marvel's like, here's some goddamn X-Men. Here you go. Fine. Jesus, go on somewhere. But no, I was gonna say, another one that I would also say, I know I wanted to give people better recommendations if you wanted to see the totality of what Chris Condon is able to do. I was gonna say, go check out Far Down Below. I would even, and while I know a lot of other people's mileage will vary with this, News from the Fallout, because I keep forgetting that that's Chris Condon. Also, you know what, a book I didn't know he did, but now I want to read?
What's that?
Is the Enfield Gang Massacre. I actually want to read that.
I know he did that. I just hadn't read it.
I just I'm not gonna hold you. I'm kind of more there for the just the Westernism of it all. But
that's why I know about it.
Yeah, but
yeah.
I have faith. What I do want to say is that looky what
Enfield,
I got.
Wait. This is just an FYI for you. Apparently, Enfield is a Texas blood story.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't know that was a thing.
Know that.
I didn't know it was. I didn't know it was a thing. I knew about that Texas blood, just like the story itself, but I didn't know it had like a spinoff. So that's why I am interested. But yeah.
Okay.
But no, I wanted to share something. This is something you guys know I've been on a journey. I've been on a very long journey. And it's the journey to.
Is this the Blerd Without Fear milestone minute? Is that what this is?
No, but we'll call it
God
the.
Damn it. I thought you were gonna get something else. I want to see what new milestone shit you got.
Well, no. Well, wait. Did I tell y'all that I got the Worlds Collide poster? I can't remember if I mentioned the Worlds Collide poster.
The Sakena Witch joint.
No. The Bill Sienkiewicz joint. No, that we already got. That's old news now.
Yeah.
It's actually.
You showed us that.
Yeah, I was about to say it's in the back now. But no, this is where did I put it? I'm not. You know what? I'm not gonna try and unfold it, but I'll just say this because honestly, that poster is fucking huge. But here,
another one of the big ones.
Yeah, here I'll just do it like this. So some of you may remember there was this huge poster. Now I'm gonna show you that poster, but because the thing is, it's so big, I would not be able to get all of it on camera. That's why I'm not gonna bother.
Gotcha.
But like, this is what the poster looks like. But this poster, I want you to understand something about this poster, Carter. So this poster is at least a whole like few extra inches longer than the desk that I have all my shit on. Like this is like if you look at like my shelves and shit, it's wider than the shelves I have. Like it's a substantial size poster. It's huge. But this is what I have. I found this basically I just went and scooped it up. But it's good shit. And it came in pretty damn good quality. I would like to point out. But no, I have not, like I'm gonna keep it a whole, I'm gonna keep it a whole trade paperback with you all. I did not really engage with much in the way of comics this week, in terms of like brand spanking new comics, and I'm gonna tell you why. I didn't really see a whole heap of a lot that I just absolutely positively wanted. But I tell you what I did do.
That's bullshit.
What was bullshit?
What you just said. Do you know how much Spawn heat came out this week? You should have read.
Nigga, stop. Nigga, stop.
Hey man, you can go right to hell. You can go right there. Do you know the point? Spoilers for Spawn readers this week, but I think like 3 different books went 50 this week, and guess who finally got himself a Spawn suit? Good old Terry Fitzgerald. He finally got him one, except it ain't him no more because it's the Plague Spawn. The Plague Spawn is the first symbiote suit that was ever created, but it was bad, so they just got rid of it. It came back, and to save everyone else, he sacrificed himself by letting the suit take him over. So yeah, Terry got him. Terry got him one.
Anyway,
well, I wish you would. I wish you would try to disrespect Spawn.
But no, I think. Okay, so like the things that came out this week that I did enjoy, I enjoyed Absolute Batman number 19 like everybody else did. I would I
could just hear just the condescending tone and sounds riveting. I can hear.
You know what? Honestly, I'm here for it.
That's what I'm gonna say. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
I mean, I'm here for it. Yeah, absolutely. And the reason why I think Absolute Batman number 19 is not as like exciting to me as anybody else is because I read it like 2 or 3 weeks ago. But it's like that. It was so, but so I wasn't worried about Absolute Batman. Yeah, I wasn't worried about Absolute Batman, like everybody else was. But I will agree with people who said that it is off the chain, whatever, or just absolutely crazy.
I thought about us when I read it. I thought it was a very specific Blerd Cave episode I thought about when I read that book.
Oh,
and it was when everybody kind of, you included, y'all gave me hell for a certain comment I made, but then when you added what I said to the scene, everybody collectively laughed their asses off. It was when we were talking about the Jupiter's Legacy Netflix series and how that one dude went in the self-checkout lane off the building, and I told you, I heard when he did it, I heard the goofy sound. Oh, that's why when I'm reading Absolute Batman, if you go read Absolute Batman, you'll know what I'm talking about. But when that happened, all I heard was this character doing the goofy hollow.
I mean, I respect it. I respect it. But no, Mumra. I thought Mumra was good this week. Mumra was really good.
Did you read you read your book Narco this week? I know the second issue came out.
Yes, Narco was really good as well. Narco, but like, but outside of like, there was something else that came out. Why am I blanking? But yeah, most like the stuff that I did read was really good.
Mm-hmm.
But like I wasn't as like tapped in. I tell you what, I've yet to read Storm Earth's Mightiest Mutant number 3 yet, and I feel bad about that. Just because I'm sorry that I got to be honest, the book has been losing me. It's been. I think anyone who's watched my videos about it, the previous 2 issues could probably see that shit. Y'all probably saw the writing on the wall. The book was losing me. But no, my prized possessions that I walked away with this week all came in the form of things that were already out, but I found special versions of it.
Okay,
so the first thing, so the first thing was I actually picked up a couple of variant covers that I had to order them because I didn't realize that I wanted these. Let me take a moment to preach to you about the Lord and Savior Gabriel Del Otto. This is the Gabriel Del Otto variant cover for Daredevil number 1, the Stephanie Phillips joint. I found it. I had to have it because it just looks so cold. I was like, oh, dude, look at it. This is premium Hornhead right here. This is premium Hornhead right here. Also, I had to pick up the friend of the channel, Ryan Stegman, had to pick up the Ryan Stegman very you look how cold that looks. Look how cold that looks. And yes, this is a like it's kind of a weird one. It's technically this is a foil cover, but the way they did it, you can't like it's Daredevil is, I mean, technically Daredevil's foil as well, but like it's more the background that is like what really pops out more than anything else. I thought that was pretty dope. And I also got this because y'all know I've been on a feral kick lately. Like by feral, I mean I've already been reading feral, but I've been on a hunt. I've been on a hunt for feral horror movie variants. Y'all know that. So I got this one, and this one I think might be the cream of the crop.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you why. Because it's a horror movie homage to one of my favorite horror movies, The Shining. But guess who was the artist on this particular variant?
Hey, y'all nasty for that cover, bro.
Guess who was the artist, though? Can anyone guess who's the artist?
Who did this nastiness? Why y'all bringing Jack Nicholson in these covers?
Oh, the call is coming from inside the house.
Oh Lord, was it Gavin? That's why you said, God damn it.
Yeah. It was Gavin.
That's funny. That's funny.
Yeah, Stronghold Comics, baby. Yeah, Stronghold Collectibles,
that's
baby.
dope.
Yes.
Leave
Yes.
Jack Nicholson out of this, man. He's America's
no.
Leave him out of this.
No, I saw this and I had to have it. I had to have it. I was like, you know what? I was like, screw this. I'm picking this up. There's no way. There's no way.
You know when you see something and your mind like tries to turn that into something? Like with you holding it up like that, it's just like, imagine your cat. Let's say you in the bathroom because you know your pets like to bother you when you off somewhere else. Imagine you just see your goddamn cat with like a hatchet or something in the door, just begging for a churro real quick. Just begging for a churro or some fancy feast or some shit. He can bust in through the bathroom.
Maybe better leave Cat Nicholson alone.
Okay.
I do want to say
you ruined it. Nigga said Cat Nicholson.
Well, no, I do want to say too. The reason why I love it so much is because like all of the horror movie variants that they've done thus far.
Yeah,
and I do agree, Gavin. You nailed it because I was like, because I'm gonna tell you, this is a difficult thing to do. I'm
showing it. That looks
like honestly, I'm not gonna lie. The whole time.
Fiending for some goddamn catnip. You better let that be in the bathroom.
That man said, look, if you don't put the meow mix in my bowl now.
Put it down, bro. Put it down.
Well, wait a minute. Like, why is it, I ain't gonna lie, because, okay, so we have some outdoor cats, and like one of them kind of, not like 100%, but one of them kind of vaguely has this look on its face sometimes. So I know how difficult it is to do that. Bruh. But the thing is, what I love is like now I've just been thinking about cats repeating lines from The Shining.
That's funny.
And just be like, Wendy. Wendy.
You in the bathroom.
You didn't let me finish.
Motherfucker clawed his way through the bottom of the door. Looking at you like that, begging for some fancy feast. God damn.
Look, wait. Motherfucker like, honey, darling, light of my life. I'm gonna bash your brains in. I'm gonna bash them right the fuck in. That's the type of shit that I was thinking about every time I kept looking at this cover. It was amazing. I love it. And Gavin, you did a fantastic job. I got to drop the bomb for you, sir. You got to get one of these.
That's cool.
For this, you got to get one of these.
Is that all you got this week?
Yes. That is.
So.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, I guess we can run through mine real quick, real fast.
Go ahead, let's shoot here.
So first thing, Swag Man, these blackout.
Here, let me give you the
Okay, so these blackout hardcovers, that's actually the topic of today's Blerd
Yes.
Cave. And since Ernie wants to show his stigmatisms, I want y'all to look at my stigmatism. Y'all can only see two of them. That's absolute carnage right there. That's signed by Stigman and Donnie Cates, by the way. But what I got this week was like you all know, I talked about it like a couple of weeks ago. I'd gotten rid of some books at my LCS and I wanted to get something new, something different. And Lazarus, Greg Rucka, Michael Lark. This was something I've always seen it on the shelf, but because I was having the Ed Brubaker, I had the Ed Brubaker kick. Then I told Ernie. Then Ernie had the Ed Brubaker kick, and we just went. I was still on that. Like, I want to read other things from creatives that isn't in the realm of like super stuff. And this was good. This was good. Never knew what it was about. Never knew what the main anything of this book was, but just to give you all a quick rundown of Lazarus. Jerome, don't you spoil nothing. I will actually pay a cashier at Wendy's to pepper spray you. So the main thing about this story, because it's a science fiction story, and it's the basic gist that I can give you all without spoiling stuff, is that the world. Let's take Exquisite Corpses, because this is kind of how I sold it to Ernie. You know how in Exquisite Corpses there are just a group of people that just run everything, but it's more played up like I almost want to say for laughs, but for like dark humor, black comedy, horror, like Ready or Not and stuff like that. This is played a lot more goddamn serious and a lot more realistic. That was the one thing that Greg Rucka says in this. That's the one thing that Warren Ellis says in this, because Warren Ellis is the first person you read about in this book, because Warren Ellis does the introduction because of how far ago this book was. It's before he got canceled and got up out of hell. But what we have here are 16 families that just run the world, right? Just to give you all an idea, because this is on the first hardcover. This is not a map of the world. Well, it's a map of the world, but if you're looking at the names, those are not the names of those areas. Those are the families that run these areas, right? And the main family that we're following in this book right now is the Carlisle family, and their little part of the world that they run. And all 16 of these families have what's called a Lazarus. This is the Carlisle family's Lazarus. Her name is, well, they call her Eve, but her name is actually Forever Carlisle. And what a Lazarus is, it's basically, just to take another Exquisite Corpse jab real quick, real fast. Goddamn, James Tynion, you just took a lot of shit from Greg Rucka in that Exquisite Corpse, didn't it? So if you've read or if you've seen something from Exquisite Corpses, every family had a representative. It was kooky shit, it was goofy shit. And this, it's same rules apply. Every family has a Lazarus. A Lazarus is the dirt grimy person of the family. They have abilities, they have a certain set of skills. I don't really want to go, well, I'm gonna have to. They're able to do things that normal people shouldn't be able to do and can't do. But the one thing that Greg Rucka and Warren Ellis talked about in this book, because Warren Ellis made it a point to say that Greg Rucka reached out to him about this story because it is a science fiction story, and say that I want to do something with the main character where they have some kind of superhuman almost level abilities, but I don't want it to be the one thing that all of us writers fall back on. I don't want it to be because nanomachines. So in this, Forever and other Lazarus, they don't have nanomachines in their bodies. It's a lot more genetics. It's a lot more drugs and medications and shit that they're on, gene therapy, the whole thing. There's a lot in this damn book. There's a lot of world building done. The first hardcover had 9 issues. I went through those 9 issues and then immediately went to the comic shop and got the second one. Okay, I got to see where this shit is going. With these families, there is internal turmoil and drama, and everybody trying to maybe up in another family's part of the world so they can take it over and a whole shebang. You have okay. While you have that going on, where these families are kind of going against each other, because I have an alliance with Ernie, but I may also have an alliance with this person that Ernie don't like, but Ernie don't know I got an alliance with this person, but he's trying to figure it out. You have that going on. And then you have the other people that are in the world, because it's not just these families. Lazarus is great so far, since I'm about to be done with the second hardcover. But you also have to deal with the regular people, the you and the me, the Jeromes, the Mad Cocos, the Herbert Scotts, the Captain Diesels and LL Melvins. You have to deal with them. And one thing that we get in this first hardcover is a family that is trying to get to what's called a lift. Ernie, this is what I didn't tell you about. The lift is basically a way for what's a nice way to say this? For the less fortunate to uproot themselves from being less fortunate and to be a part of the Carlisle or whatever part of the world you live in, be a part of that family's inner workings, basically. It's trials, right? So Ernie, he's him and his wife are struggling. They have their child. The child might not be doing so good. They're just barely scraping by, but there's a lift happening in a couple of months to where we can try to join this group. They're just gonna go through and they're gonna give us, for anyone who's ever been like National Guard or something, it's like, okay, here you go, Ernie. Imagine taking the TCAP test or standardized test just to make sure that you and your family and shit is taken care of and aren't going to die in the wasteland. A lottery. There you go. You go. But it's very, very specific. One woman ends up getting turned down with another part of her family. But she passed everything, but when they went through her medical stuff, Ernie. Wait a minute. Ernie, can you put yourself back on the screen real quick? Wait a minute.
What's up?
Okay. From what I'm looking at with you right now and some of the tests you took, you might get lung cancer at some point. Yeah, get your ass up out of here. You not good. You not good. You ain't got it. You ain't got no goddamn symptoms, but you might get it. So yeah, you are of no use to us. Now we'll take your wife and your child, but you gotta take your ass back out there in the boonies. You gotta go. You gotta go to Nutbush. We don't know about you, big dog.
Peak dystopia.
Yeah. Now, even though I just explained all that has literally fuck all to do so far with everything else that's going on. But it's just a lot of the world building that he is doing in this book. I feel like I'm like there's a lot going on with this shit, and I'm enjoying the hell out of it. I did not mean for that to take as long as it did, but that's just to give you an idea that this book is a lot. This book is a lot. But I'm 2 hardcovers in right now. 4 have come out, and there was a bit of a hiatus because the artist Michael Lark had a minor stroke, and the book was put on pause until he got better. He has gotten better, so he's about to get back on the book, and they're about to finish it off with the final arc, and then it's going to be done. But yeah, Lazarus, if you can give it time, and you like a lot of world building and shit like that, like I showed Ernie before we started, dude, there are pages upon pages upon pages, and Ernie want to read it just off that shit alone. I didn't even show him the real back matter. Like, you have family profiles for each fucking group, but there are multiple pages of this, and
I saw there were 3 source books, so I was in.
Okay, boom. And here's the thing. None of them motherfuckers are in here at all. I don't know any of these motherfuckers I'm being introduced to. So yeah, there's a lot to that book, but I'm digging it. I'm digging it a whole lot. What
was I gonna say? No, like I was kind of in for a penny, in for a pound, just off the rucka of it all. Like you had me like, okay, you know, we were talking earlier about the perfect marriage of like of storytellers, both artist and writer. That was one of those. I was like, because I've always seen Lazarus, I've just never really like engaged with it on any meaningful level.
How I was with Criminal, and then you gave me shit for it.
Well, I mean, shit. I thought that, like, well, I knew you liked Ed Brubaker, so I was like, shit. I mean, read that goddamn,
And then we find out I had it the whole goddamn time.
Yeah,
but
the whole time. I mean,
that was another instance of. I'm trying to
actually,
dip my toe
you just
in
made
the
me
other
think
shit.
about something. Hold up, wait a minute. You just made me think about something. You just made me think about something. Hold on. Wait. I need to go look and see, because Lazarus's image, right?
Yes.
I wonder if it's in that goddamn I wonder if it was in that goddamn bundle. In that humble bundle.
What, the one I had?
Yeah.
I would be fucking tight. Don't look that up. Don't look that up.
He said don't look it up. Well, I was gonna say Lazarus is on Global Comics as well. So there's
okay, that's good.
So that's
good.
probably, since I have the subscription, that's probably how I will engage with it. But because I'm that type of person that if I like something a lot, I will still buy it just the same. Like, honestly, I'll probably buy the source books just because I love shit like that. Shit like that is like, that's just like, I was a kid who used to read like dictionaries and thesauruses and encyclopedias for fun. Like, I was that kid.
Yeah.
So like shit like that, it's like it's like candy to me. I'm like, like when the teacher would be like, hey, you're on punishment, you gotta like read the encyclopedia or some bullshit, I'd be like, well, yeah, I'll get in trouble more often.
I was trying not to go into specifics, but just give you all just enough to where it might interest you to read that book. I will say Greg Rucka ain't beating the allegations though. That motherfucker loves writing women that are just fucking people up. He loves writing a strong woman that is whooping somebody's ass and trying to figure things out.
Well, I was gonna say, he had another book, and I don't know if you rocked with this one any at all.
What is that?
Oh God. What was it? I'm trying to remember the title of it. I think it was called, was it The Forged? Yeah, it was The Forged. It was a book that he did with oh my God, who was on that book with him? Eric Troutman. That's what it was. It was Greg Rucka, Eric Troutman, and Mike Henderson. And now I will say this, I can't, well, I mean, it's not that the whole book is a nasty nigga book, but like it got some nasty isms in it. But basically it's about a group of powerful women who okay, here's the best way to describe it. Warhammer. Imagine Warhammer, but the Space Marines are women. There you go. It's very much like a theocracy, the same way that Warhammer thrives under a theocracy. Like here, I don't want to scroll. I don't want to show a whole heap of a lot, because ever so often some wild shit will happen and you'll just be like,
it's on my list now, so you don't have to. And Deck It Out 40K does not have female Space Marines. They got the Sisters of Battle.
Yeah, the Sisters of Battle are
they don't have female Space Marines.
They are like Space Marines, but they are not the same thing. Like and some of them even have armor similar to a Space Marine, but this is a all women's group of like, because not only is it a theocracy, it's a matriarchy. Like women have the majority of the power. But yeah, like as you can see here, this woman is not small. Like she is like all the women that are like the kind of Space Marine types.
Of absolute black canaries.
Basically, yeah. Actually, no, that's actually also, like, I love it because like all the ships It has like the types of like spaceships and stuff that I love to see. The ones that just look like they usually look like guns. But yeah, like, and they also fight it's, you know what it is, I will say less Warhammer, more actual Starship Troopers. And when I say actual Starship Troopers, I'm not talking about the movies, I'm talking about the books. A lot of people don't know this, but I wouldn't expect a lot of people to, because I don't think very many people actually engage with the book of Starship Troopers, and I don't blame you. Yeah. That book is a lot. It's very pro-war propaganda, if it is anything else. Starship Troopers itself is a parody of its pro-war propaganda, which I think is why I think the movie is beloved more than the books. But the one thing that the movie did not do that the books did is that they had mech suits. That's actually where Warhammer gets its Space Marines from. Warhammer is actually largely inspired by Starship Troopers. But like the book Starship Troopers, not the movie.
Okay.
And how they fight like random bugs and monsters and things of that magnitude. But yeah, like when you look at this book and you, like I said, you kind of get introduced to all the different characters, it's literally just a bunch of muscle mommies that are just I
looked it up on like Google Images, and I'm just seeing a whole bunch of Marissas. Shout out to Street Fighter 6 people.
Oh yeah.
No, a lot of Marissas. One thing I didn't tell you, just going off of what we talked about last week, when I was getting Lazarus out of my LCS this week. Boy, do you know Shredder is still going? Issue 7 came out this week. I thought that book was done.
Oh shit.
Shredder is still clowning.
You know what? You know the sad part is, I actually knew that, like, not when we originally talked about it, but I knew it like just a few days ago. Because typically what IDW will do is they'll send me like advanced copies of books like a couple of days before they come out.
Gotcha.
And I saw Shredder was in the pile, and I was like, oh shit, I guess I better get back on this. But no, like, just here, this is what I kind of looked for something where I can kind of like show the women when they're not like doing weird shit. Now, and when I say weird shit, I don't mean like, this stuff's weird, but just like shit I can't show you on YouTube. But like, these are the types of women that are under those mech suits. Like these are all big, these big girls, these big girls. Ain't a little one among them. They are all death by snoo level size women. So that is something you kind of have to, if anything like that makes you feel uncomfortable, then The Forged is not a book for you. But no, The Forged, that book has been out since like 2023, I think.
Okay.
Maybe even 20.
New. I thought this was some older shit. Okay.
No. I think either 2023 or 2022. One of them. But yeah.
Okay.
But no. That said, we're here to talk about a very specific thing. And as Carter mentioned earlier, and as you probably saw based on the thumbnail of this video, we're here to talk about the Untamed. The Untamed. And this. And you probably want, this Untamed, this is where so basically, if you are someone who like, have you ever heard of Stranger Comics? I think that's the question I want to ask everybody first. Because if you have not heard of Stranger Comics, or maybe you have, but you just don't realize it, like, and what I mean by that is, and I think everybody is probably about in the same boat. I know most people are at least tangentially aware of one Stranger Comics book, and it's Niobe.
Yeah.
Niobe, I think, is the book that I think most people, even if they don't know what the fuck Stranger Comics is, they at least recognize Niobe during the Amanda Stenberg era. And if you don't know this one, you probably at the very least know
I
this
think
cover.
I think everybody know this one. Yeah,
everybody probably knows. Like I said, you probably have never, even if you've never read it, you've seen one of these two covers. I promise you. I promise you. You have. You probably just did fucking realize it. Matter of fact, here, for those who don't know, Amanda Stenberg was heavily involved in the development of Niobe when she got her own series, because that's kind of one of the things that I think people don't really mention, is that Niobe was not the first book from Stranger Comics. It was just the first book that I think got as much wide appeal. And for those wondering, Amanda Stenberg is not just the face of Niobe in that first volume, but she was also involved in the telling of the story itself. Like, she actually was a co-writer on the first Niobe book. And with all that being said, with all that being put up there, another book came along, as I said earlier before it, and that was the Untamed, A Sinner's Prayer. This is basically the launching of Stranger Comics, and I know some of you probably are even aware that there was a lot of news recently regarding Stranger Comics, and all of it, at least as far as like if we're talking about the same shit, a lot of it is true. Some of you probably saw this news not too terribly long ago that Viola Davis is tackling the graphic novel The Untamed. That she's going to be heavily involved in the creation of an adaptation of this series, which I believe is probably going to be a movie, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah.
If I have my notes correctly. But yes, the Woman King herself, the Wall, Amanda Waller, the most dangerous woman in DC Comics.
That is without question, the longest undefeated streak of a goddamn DC antagonist.
look, all until she met Brock Lesnar. But yes, this is the same thing. And some of you probably, as I said, there was a couple of different things. This wasn't the only thing. You also probably saw the Niobe teaser trailer that released, I think, as of today, was just within the past a couple of weeks, I believe, when that trailer hit. And like I said, if you're not familiar, here, I tell you what, let's do this because I think that Seb would be more than happy for us to do this. I just want to share. I want to share a little something with y'all before we get into talking about the book itself. We're not gonna be talking about Niobe. Obviously, we're gonna be talking about the Untamed, but just to kind of give you guys a little bit of an idea. Just a little bit of an idea of the type of shit that is in store for Stranger Comics, and maybe why you guys might want to get in now. You might want to get in on the ground floor now, is because I feel like some really good things are on the horizon, and I believe and once again, I'm entitled to my beliefs, I believe a lot more people are going to be talking about Stranger Comics over the course of the next couple of years, because I don't want anyone to think that that Stranger Comics is some new kid on the block. I mean, they kind of are in comparison to a lot of other things, but Stranger Comics has been around since like I think 2014. So I mean, they've been around a minute. If I remember correctly, I think the Untamed came out in like 2014 or somewhere around there. And it took them a lot longer to make it than or about as long to make it as they have been around. So here, I'm going to pull up a little sizzle reel. We'll watch that real quick and then we'll get into the Untamed. Here, let me do that and that.
I fendu bachu. Ish.
Your father wants you, Naomi. I can take you, or I can send you to him.
That sound like Candyman.
It does, doesn't it?
You are alone.
I am never alone.
Okay, I want to be as respectful as I can.
There are
Well-
no chosen ones. A hero chooses to be one.
So yeah, like I said, y'all will probably want to keep your eyes peeled.
Yeah.
Keep your eyes peeled for around San Diego Comic-Con this year, because you're gonna see a lot more of this. But yeah,
This does
go ahead,
not
Carter.
have to be a situation where this doesn't have to be a Highlander situation where there can be only one, where all we can have really is Ianu and that's it. No, you could
No.
also have Ianu, and then you could have something Blade said in Brian Hill's run. You could also have Ianu for grown folks, which is
Right.
Niobe.
That is what
Right?
honestly, that is what Niobe is. Niobe is
Yeah.
like
Yes, there's absolutely room for all of them. That's one thing.
right.
The one thing I will say about that trailer, though, because even though I did like it, it was a sizzle trailer, it was a teaser.
Mm.
That just the way it started, achoo, achoo, achoo. We don't need to hear you sneezing over this damn sizzle reel, dog. The trailer already gonna be short. Achoo, achoo, achoo. We don't need to hear you sneezing big time.
No, you gotta set the tone. You gotta set the tone.
Allergies?
Yeah. Hey, you dealing with them,
Motherfucker
you
not
know.
watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Is the motherfucker not using their Flonase? We gotta hear that in this man's sizzle trailer.
Yeah, you better hit that albuterol. But no, but no, I just wanted to say, and you,
Yeah.
some of you
Mm.
might already be a little bit more familiar. I know I've seen some people in the chat. I know some of y'all are already familiar with what we're talking about. But I did want to say, if you were around, what was this, Wednesday? I believe it was. I actually had the creator of the Untamed, and also the creator of Niobe, Sebastian A. Jones, had Seb, we lovingly call Seb, on the channel the other day to talk about a Kickstarter for another book that is part of all of this is called the Asunda universe. This is the world where everything takes place. But like, yeah, if you have been keeping up, you can see right here, Sebastian right here, and don't let the light skin fool you. That's a brother. I only bring that up because of a funny story he told me about how some people like blew him off because they just assumed it was some white dude trying to sell them a black book.
Hey man.
And,
Oh, so you doing? Hey, man, let's not get Gavin Guidry out of here, man. Why he got Gavin Guidry on the thumbnail? That's white dude. Right?
But no, Seb, like it was kind of funny too, because like I never like it was one of those things. I always just assumed Seb was biracial. He gave me the full breakdown, but like I'm not gonna share his business like that. But just know that's a whole Negro right there. That's a whole Negro. I don't care what anybody says. But yeah, like I could look at his hair and tell that was a Negro. Okay, I could tell. He didn't even have to tell me shit. I was like, yeah, no, I know. Look, I was like, this man gets in the juke joint. He gets in the juke joint. Ain't nobody gonna ask no questions. I'm just saying. He's like, I'm trying not to say something. But no, Seb is a whole brother. And he is, and I want to say this right now, Seb is the nicest motherfucker in comics. I just want to go ahead and say that right now. I don't care what anybody says. He is the nicest motherfucker in comics. Dude is just so down to earth, so kind, does not have a mean-spirited bone in his body. Just a genuinely just cool dude. Really, because I think for those of you who tuned in, for the chat on Wednesday, after so you guys can see it right there. We talked for 2 hours. I talked to this man for another 2 hours after the show was over. I normally do not do that with people. So just to give you an idea of how cool, just to give you an idea of how cool Seb is. Yeah, no. This is exactly it. How do you get in? Nah, it's family. He family. He good. Don't you worry. Don't you worry about Seb. You need to worry about how you gonna get in.
Stand our people, but I love them all the same. That motherfucker said that's what Jack Harlow see when he look in the mirror.
That is, I ain't gonna hold you. That is diabolical. What are we doing?
Did you see? Okay, this is just a real brief pause. This is a real brief pause. Did you see the comments people were making about Jack Harlow when he made that comment about his neo soul album recently?
Yeah, it's about how it made him blacker.
Or no, the music itself, it was the music he's making is blacker. But no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the comments people were, the names people were calling him.
No, I saw that shit. It was fucking hilarious. Some of them were diabolical. Some of them are diabolical. Some of them are
the shocker, bro.
Yeah, that shit almost took me out. What was it? Dude, what was this? That shit was wild. It's like, I'm gonna tell you right now. That shit was fucking more hilarious to me than the TLC set list. And the TLC set list was fucking hilarious. Just to put that down, to tell you where I'm at. But did you ever see that? Did you see the folks where they suggested the TLC set list?
No. I'm still stuck on the Jack Harlow names people was making.
Bruh.
Milk the Shocker. I remember Music Stole Child.
Yeah, I saw that. That shit was fucking hilarious.
Stevie Wonder Bread. Motherfucker call him Charlie Kirk Franklin.
Oh my god, dude! I ain't gonna hold you. That might be one of the best ones. But see, the thing is, that one actually sticks to me a little bit better. Because I think someone came out recently and said that for that album, I didn't get the full story. I just kind of I heard about it in passing, that there was a black songwriter who was going to provide music for that album, but apparently either Jack or his label or both didn't want that person to be named. Like they didn't want to they wanted to be like a ghost writer, not a credited writer for the piece. But
Well, didn't nobody want, if I'm writing for Luca Vandross, my name is gonna be on there big time. I'm sorry.
every time.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. But no, yes, yeah. Let's
back to what we talking about.
Yes, back to what we're talking about. So
Yeah.
one thing that I wanted to get across here, if nothing else I say gets across, this is a series that it's fantasy, it's dark fantasy.
Yes.
It's a tale, just as the title of this live stream says. This is fantasy. This is revenge. It's redemption. It's betrayal. It's brutality. It's a lot. Like these two books alone are a lot of things. They're a lot of these two books are a lot of things. And if you're somebody who, like, if you are a fan of Niobe, but you never read the Untamed, this right here is basically her origin story, her first appearance. This is how you get to know Niobe before you get to either of those two trades of Niobe that came out after. This man said, I'm done with y'all. I'm fucking done with y'all. You know what? Fuck this shit. No. We're not gonna do this. We're not gonna do this. We're gonna read super chats. We're gonna read super chats before we get too far afield. So first and foremost, we got X-Ray with the 67 months of the Blerd Club Silver Mine.
Hey.
Says 6-7 had to do it. Don't clown me too badly. It's okay, because you know what? I want you to keep doing it. I want you to keep doing it because it's actively keeping kids from saying it. So there you go. Yeah, because now whenever because Cynthia is a goober and is delightfully corny. She's like the stereotypical TV mom that, like,
honestly, I don't want to talk about this just because it still pisses me off. I don't know what it means.
They don't either. Yeah, they don't either. So don't worry about it. But no. So ever so often, like, we're playing like Mario Party or like whatever. Like especially during Mario Party.
Yeah.
Our family Mario Party nights. If one of us rolls and it like actually if we roll double dice and it actually winds up being 6-7, Cynthia will do that. She's like 6-7, and Circe will just do this. Circe will be like, there's been a couple of times Circe will just walk out the room. But yeah. That said, we also got Black Phoenix, 27 months in the Blerd Club Gold Mine, says, hey, happy Saturday. Hey, this is the day. Finally. I felt like I've been waiting all week for this. I mean, technically I have been, but you get it. Thank you. We also got Fabric86 with a $10 Streamlabs super chat. Man, out here. Says, congratulations on 350 episodes of Blerd Cave. Ernie and Carter, send me a link. Send me a link to join. Savage Dragon. Oh, God.
Fuck you. Now, he also became a member of the golden age of the Blerd Club, and he said that Sebastian Jones could play the live action Incognito.
He could. God damn it. I hate y'all so
I didn't
much.
say it.
I mean, it's not untrue, but still.
It's not. Cosmic Red Hood with the $4.99. He said, hey, what's good? Hope y'all are having a good day. Hope y'all achieve all your goals this year. We trying. I think everybody's trying. Everybody watching, everybody listening, everybody who is gonna come to listen to this live, and everybody gonna listen to this later. I think we're all trying to do that, brother. We all trying to. So I hope you. I'm trying not to look at chat because they keep adding them other names.
I saw it. That was what my face was for. I was like,
okay. Okay, I forgot about that one. But yes, thank you, Cosmic Red Hood, for that $4.99 fabric as well. Everybody, for the
Yes,
super chat,
everybody.
stuff like that.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you.
So to talk about this book, what is the Untamed about? The Untamed, this is a story about revenge. This is a story about a man who had been done wrong. But here's the catch. Here is the catch. He's been done wrong, but he wasn't exactly a good person to begin with. When we open up this story in here, I want to pull these up because I want you to see and appreciate what we're looking at here, because and once I say this, I think you're all gonna kind of look at this book in a whole new light, especially if you've already read it. But for anyone who's not familiar, I want to just make sure you get familiar. So when we open up this book, our main character is basically just having returned from the Shadow Realm, basically. This motherfucker was getting ferried. This motherfucker was getting ferried. Motherfucker was like, all right, man, you back. Talk to that motherfucker like he was in the back of a taxi. Like you or like you in an Uber, motherfucker just started asking you random questions and shit. Yeah, man, so was your first time in here? Okay, yeah, I bet. Visiting with family or anything? That's basically how it goes. But no, our main character has literally just returned from the realm of the dead. He has been dead. He has, as you can see here, 7 days. 7 days, 7 souls. And what's going on here is that he must go on a quest. He must go on a quest for vengeance against 7 people who have wronged him. And what I love about this, I you know what, I actually highly encourage, go watch the interview that I did with Seb. Go watch that interview. And the reason why I say you should is because Seb goes through this scene and reads it. And honestly, I was like, you know what? I was like, Seb, you should probably make like audiobooks for this, and you should do them yourself. Because like when you read it, I felt like I was listening to an audiobook. It was really good. But you can see here, this man has come back, and basically, as he has returned, he's recognizing ultimately what he is about to have to do. Because the problem here, the reason why he is seeking revenge, it isn't just because some people killed him. That I don't it wouldn't be that big of a deal. It wouldn't be that big of a deal, honestly. The problem is he wasn't the only one that died. His family, his wife, daughter, also were murdered. And real quick, because there's always going to be that, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. So this is basically the launching point for why he is going to be doing what he is doing. He is doing this out of vengeance. He's doing this because he's got a score to settle. And he has 7 days to take these people out. But the thing that is going to be of importance, here is that once we get this story rolling, this is how he ultimately winds up running into Niobe.
Mm-hmm.
Because while he is actually hunting down all of these various people who have done, they've done him wrong, he has every right in the world to want to take these people out. he ends up encountering Niobe, and they end up becoming she almost kind of becomes like a surrogate child, they end up becoming like a sort of found family in a manner of speaking. Niobe is still very young. She's I think by the time you get to the start of this book, she's still like a young teenager.
Yeah, she's still a kid.
Basically. Yeah. So basically, he looks at her. He sees what is effectively his daughter, that he lost, and he decides that he's going to keep her around. They're going to stick together, and she accompanies him on this journey to find the 7 souls. Though, to be fair, by the time that they actually kind of come to this realization, he's already kind of tackled one of those. But it's all kind of in conjunction with how they meet. But no, like, the thing I loved about this too is that you can tell some time has passed since his death, because like it's almost kind of like The Crow. In a lot of respects, like when you think about how when Eric Draven, they do the whole thing, he dies, he comes back, on the anniversary of the death, and is like running roughshod over people. The people who have wronged him have had time to move on, to live lives, to have children,
I didn't think about The Crow until you said that.
Yeah.
Which it actually makes a whole lot of fucking sense. My mind went to, like, I remember when I first read this, because we've had these books for a minute.
Yeah.
I was thinking of that Dwayne Johnson movie, Faster. That's where my mind went.
Actually, that is honestly, I didn't. So it's funny you mentioned Faster, because I wasn't thinking about that movie, but now you've said it, I kind of have this rush of images in my head, and I'm like, yeah, that actually, really, all of it tracks. Like, all of it tracks, I think, I think. But yeah, and I, God damn you, shit. So I was thinking Spawn. Stop that. God damn it. Look. Fine. You know what? Fine. I will allow you. Look, fuck it. Here.
He's out of line, but he's right.
Yeah, fine. You can have it. God damn it. Take it. But no, and that's also kind of the other thing. I guess when we want to talk about your crows and your spawns, is because our main character. I might be saying his name wrong. But I'll just say it. His name is Hareth, and basically, he didn't come back regular. that motherfucker came back on some almost, like, not exactly, but it's almost on like some Shadow of Mordor type shit. Like he's not like grabbing hold of people and saying, "Witness me," or shit like that. He ain't turning motherfuckers, but it's just like motherfucker is slipping through shadows and disappearing in the darkness and all kind of crazy shit. Because that's the thing. This is this world, if you couldn't already tell, this is a very fantasy driven world. There are elves, there are orcs, there are dwarves, there are gnomes, but this is not like the prototypical fantasy setting. Like, it's not all pretty. This is not a pretty world. I mean, it has the capacity to be pretty. And like, one thing I love when I was talking to Seb about this, talking to him about the differences between the books that he has put out, because I want to make something clear here. There is not just here. Let's do this here. I have the Untamed up right here. There's more than just the Untamed. Carter and I were kind of pointing to this earlier. There's multiple books. There's for one, there's the Untamed, but there is also a follow-up series to this that if you weren't familiar, you also had the Untamed Killing Floor. You also have the Niobe books that I mentioned earlier. You have both the Niobe, She is Life. You also have Niobe, She is Death.
Mhm.
And you also have Dusu, which that's a whole other book.
Every time I look at it on the shelf, I just hear the little Wakandan beat, the little Wakandan drum.
Oh,
Every
like,
time I say "Doosu," like I just think about that every time. I don't know why.
No, I do. I have a similar vibe. And there's also Arathun, which this is the like. If you were one of those people who are like, man, when is he gonna make some white characters? When he's gonna make some white? I mean, to be fair, like Hareth is kind of ethnically ambiguous, but you do with that what you will. But Arathun is where you can kind of get more to that. You almost kind of fall into more of a Nordic style of characters. But needless to say, I would point out that this is a very fantasy like driven series. There are gods, there are monsters, there are demons, there are vampires, there are all kinds of crazy, wild, and wacky and zany characters. They can come in so many different varieties. One of the main ones you hear about a lot in the Untamed are the Silver Elves. Which I will say this, elves in this universe kind of go they kind of fall under a similar type of status as what you might be used to if you're like more familiar with stuff like Dragon Age. Elves are not treated kindly. At least not in some parts of the world. Not in some parts of Asunda. And it's the type of place where any given moment, somebody probably gonna clap you. Like somebody's probably gonna get you. Like you, especially in this book, especially in this series, motherfuckers are getting laid down left and right for the smallest of things. But I mean, not including the 7 that need to die, but just like everybody else, motherfuckers just getting dropped left and right. This book is full of people who ain't shit. Because here's the thing: your main character ain't shit. He's not squeaky clean. He's not even really a nice person. Like it's stated throughout the book that he used to be a whole piece of shit, and that the only good things about him were his family. But what makes him so compelling, what makes Hareth so compelling as a character, is not his desire to get revenge for his family, the best parts about him, but protecting a little black girl who he sees, despite the fact that they don't share blood, he sees her as family. And this is a through line, so this isn't a spoiler. And I don't want anyone to think it is, because even Seb will tell you this when he's trying to pitch you on the book. Hareth has like I said, 7 days, 7 souls. But the real question is, would you damn your family to save the world? Or would you damn the world? Or would you damn your family to save the would you damn your family to save the world, or would you damn the world to save your family? Like it's a very, there's a lot of dynamic in this, and that juxtaposition of options does not just apply to it's not just applied to his family that died. That
Mhm.
applies to even Niobe. So it's like there's like it's a perfect story where like everybody in it is terrible. But the terrible people are fighting worse people than themselves. And it's good shit. I like it. Carter, what were your
I have
thoughts?
nothing to add to this because you've pretty much hit the nail on the head with that first book. I think it was yeah, I was not expecting to enjoy the book as much as I did. Like I told you, I was thinking about Faster the entire time. And you know, I do like that you brought up the point that like this is not a good person. This is just
Yeah. Oh, he
like
a whole piece of shit.
like you but it goes back to like when I was bringing up Faster where The Rock in that movie, he was robbing somebody and he's not a good person. He is a bad person as well. And I did like the fact that like even with that being in that character, I still got a job to do. I still got a job to do. I'm gonna go meet him. Yep, it's me. Yep, time to go.
Yep. He's like, you got to get him out.
Got a job to do. So I liked how he was, for the most part, up until he meets with Niobe. He's a man with a plan, a man that has a job to do, and was doing the fuck out of that job.
Oh yeah, no. Well, this is actually one of my favorite scenes right here, where like some people pull up on him, and dude's like, "We'll see. I remember you from before." And dude's only response is, "Whereas you are forgettable." And then proceed to just start throwing the kunais. And just start laying motherfuckers down. Like some of them miss, but I'm gonna tell you right now, that next shot, that next shot almost immediately after that is literally just nothing but motherfuckers throwing hands, and like throwing down, and people getting caught slipping.
Yeah. That's another thing. That's another thing that I will say about like the fights here is that there's not a lot of dialogue. It is just an action that is happening. There's no like quips. Which of course there wouldn't be quips in this story, but what I mean is like there's no wall of text or inner monologue somebody is thinking while they're doing a thing. No, this is my reason for being here. I'm doing this thing. This guy or this person that I know from back then is trying to put me down, so I'm just trying to defend myself. So there's not a lot of, it's just there's a battle going on, watch it. You know what I mean? So I that was something I did appreciate, that like it was just I don't want to say no thinking going on when I bring up like inner monologues, but it was just, I know how to do this. I'm just doing this right now. That's where my focus is. That's where my mind is. That was one thing I really did like about that first book.
It's very rare that he talks or says anything while he's killing anyone. It's mostly just like, he's just...
I'm doing an action now. I don't need to think about anything else because I know what I was brought back to do. So I'm just
like, this is just business.
I'm always going for
this is business. I mean, it's personal, but like, it's also business. This is just the same.
And I thought it was going to go the route of what we've seen before in a lot of movies and TV shows where you have the child that gets brought into effect. So now he's going to warm up, and now he's probably going to do this or do that. There's no.
Nope.
There's none of that. But I don't really have a lot to add because you pretty much said everything there needs to say about that first book. Ernie, this is a conversation that Ernie and I had yesterday, but I know Ernie more so read Niobe first.
Yeah, I read Niobe. I got that one first.
Yeah, and there is a reading order to all of these books. So I was trying to go the reading order route to just get to it, but you know what? I was happy I did that just because I think had I read just Niobe, I would have read the other books, but not right then. Not right then. And the fact that I read the Untamed and I saw how much I enjoyed that book, it made me want to read the other ones, and even more so put Niobe on the back burner because I'm like, damn, I knew I would probably enjoy Niobe, and those other books they'd be fine. But then when I read the
Right.
Untamed and I saw how that one, okay, I said, okay, now I want to read these other ones. So I think that they did do a really good job of giving you a reason to read these other books. So I really appreciate that because with a lot of let's go to Marvel or DC real quick. You'll have an event where it'll have these different tie-ins or stuff that matters in the grand scheme of things, or they think matter, but it's not really
Right.
something that you have to read. It's just a thing that happened. It's there if you want it, unless they really want to put the story in there. That Untamed was one where that was a really solid, enjoyable story to where it made you want to read the other things that were going on. So yeah, I really enjoyed that book.
Also, something that I forgot to mention, it's what's kind of like the full circle of this book,
Yeah.
or this
Mhm.
this series. The series
Yeah.
is like the universe as a whole. Is that did you know Viola Davis actually wrote the forward
Mhm.
in the Niobe book?
Yep.
Like that would
Yep.
so for it all to kind of come full circle
Mhm.
to Viola Davis actively pursuing the adaptation.
I'm getting this done. I'm getting this out there. Is basically how I read that. Before I put it down and read Untamed. One thing I can tell you all, one thing that you can do
Yes.
is, as far as I know, because I remember that was something that one of the brothers told me at LA Comic Con when Stranger Comics was at LA Comic Con last year.
Mhm.
You can read the first issue of the Untamed on Stranger Comics website.
Yes. Actually, you can read
So that-
the first issue of every
Okay.
of all 6 books. You can read the first issue of Untamed.
Yeah.
You can read first issue of Dusu, Niobe, both Niobes, I think both Untames,
Yeah.
and Arathun. You can read the first issue of all those for free.
So, and the reason I say that, and I think that's a really cool thing for them to do, I still want you all, because this is the one thing you always say about us that I really appreciate that you all say about us, was that this is Ernie and I praising this book and talking about how much we enjoyed this book, but you are still a grown ass adult. Go to that website, go read
Yes.
those first issues, and you can see if that's, even if you do hear what we're saying and you think that sounds like some goodness, go read it yourself. See how you enjoy that book. See if you enjoy it as well as we do.
And you know what, here, and just for simplicity's sake.
Mhm.
I want to add a little something to the pot. Let's see here. Let's put a link, and it actually will. This will have links to purchase books from Stranger Comics, but we'll also have them in the order to read them as well. So yes, and I find this a very handy dandy thing to have. Just like here, I'll pull this up here so you guys got to see what it is I'm gonna be linking. I'm gonna zoom this in just so y'all can see it a little bit better. But right here, this right here, like I say, you can get them in paperback, hardcover, ebook. You can see here, this Untamed. This is what we're talking about right here. And then also there's Killing Floor, which you can see here, hardcover, paperback, so on and so forth. Niobe, this is, once again, following right up from there. Niobe, Dusu. You see all that here. Dusu, and then Arathun. And one thing I do want to add to this is that these books, if you get the hardcover collections, I can't vouch for the paperbacks, but I can vouch. I'm sure it's going to be the same with the paperbacks. But the hardcover collections, some of them even have extra stories, not just a story that you're reading. Like, case in point, I think the Untamed is pretty much the Untamed. But like the second book, Killing Floor, it actually has a backup story in it that is it's a really interesting one. It's about one of the antagonists of the book, Assessa, who is a vampire. And it kind of tells you a little bit more of why she's the way that she is. And Niobe, She Is Life, has something very similar, where you get a backup story that tells you a little bit more about how some of the stuff that you like, almost kind of even further back origin point to like Niobe and the orcs and the elves and all the other crazy stuff going on in the world. Matter of fact, that's this story right here, Assessa. That's that story right there. And the other one I was talking about, Morka Moa. You can like this Assessa #1 you can get in the Untamed Killing Floor hardcover. Morka Moa is in the Niobe She Is Life hardcover. And some of these other ones, like that you see here, like Niobe and Dura and so on and so forth, all these, like these show up in some of those other books. And then you'll see here the Tales of Asunda right here. This is another one. Matter of fact, fuck it. While we're here, let's go ahead and just jump over to this. So here we go. There is a Kickstarter right now. There is a Kickstarter, and here I'm just for everybody's edification. If for whatever reason you have enjoyed any of the conversation that we were talking about right now, and you want to back this book, this is the Kickstarter that's going to be ending in 46 hours. So just under 2 days, there is a Kickstarter. And before anyone asks, yes, I did back it. You can see it right there. I am diabolical with it. I'm diabolical with it. So yes, I am putting my money where my mouth is. But yes, this right here this is basically going to give you the next installment of the Untamed, which is going to be volume 3, number 1. So basically, that's going to be something that you can expect to have. You'll also have a little extra for people who are like returning backers. They'll get Tales of Asunda volume 1, number 0, Silver Blood. And then like Patreon backers can also get very like specific things. Like once again, you can get like there's a Batman homage cover for the Untamed number 1, which like when I say the Untamed, I mean the very first issue of Untamed. And not only that, all these stretch goals, with the exception of the 120,000 one, have been met. So you're gonna get all kinds of wild shit if you back this. You're gonna get lithos. You're gonna get a full trading card set. You're gonna get all kinds of extra goodies and things of that nature, bookmarks and so on and so forth. There's also going to be a wraparound cover. This right here, which looks pretty damn fantastic, if I say so myself. And then also you can see here, this is going to be the cover for Tales of Asunda Tome 1. This is basically what you're going to be getting. And this right here, where'd it go? Yep, that's the trailer we looked at earlier. But also there's gonna be Pathfinder modules, like D&D Pathfinder modules, stats for different things that are gonna appear or have appeared in this universe. There's also, because if you're a mad lad like myself, let's say you do get down with the D&Ds of it all, I'm gonna keep scrolling down because a lot of this is like collector bundle stuff. I want to get to hey, there's Seb. Just laid out, just right there, just like Seb, hardest working man in comics right now. I promise you. But no, actually, you know what? I don't know if this was on here before. This is actually pretty gangster. I wish more people put this on their Kickstarters. Yes, what's up?
Real quick. I want to give a big shout out to Gearless Mo, who just gifted 20 fucking memberships.
Oh, shit.
And I'd rather you get the song out of the way now, just in this regard. He also gave you a 1999. He said he can't stay, so he's showing his support. He said he had to go adult a day because he had another loss in his family. I'm sorry to hear that, brother. Please hug your loved ones that much tighter today. And that says that follow incoming subs.
Man,
so everybody that got one, just hug everybody a little bit close, big dog. And sorry for your loss, Gearless Mo. Thank you for that 1999. Dude, so sorry. Thank you for that 20 gifted.
Jeez.
Oh, you said in the days that follow. Got you.
Yeah. No, I'm so sorry to hear that. And you know what? I don't want to minimize the moment. So, because I actually had slick read it right as you said. Song first. I'm not gonna do it this time just because I don't want. I don't know. I feel weird saying it after having read that. I don't want to feel like I'm. I don't want to feel like I'm celebrating anyone's. No.
Of course not.
But no. No. I'm so sorry. I'm so terribly sorry to hear that. That is
all the Shadow Sonic, he hit the nose on the head right there. Just all the virtual hugs possible, all the love possible, brother.
Please, just and I can't stress this enough. Check in on your peoples, man. Check in on your peoples and make sure they're okay. Because I discovered yesterday that we've had some losses. So just in the comics industry, in terms of people who have kind of been figureheads, movers and shakers, in that spectrum. But some of you may or may not have heard, and I want to bring the mood down even further. But unfortunately, I feel like probably should say something about this. But we did lose one of the founding members of Concrete Comics. Anaji Rouse passed away, or I don't know if they passed away on Friday, but it was within the past couple of days. Probably like Wednesday or Thursday, I believe. One of the founders of Concrete Comics had passed. So, like I said, it is with a heavy heart. So I hated that. I hated that the folks are going.
Yep.
But Gearless, I'll be reaching out to you here shortly just to check in on you. But yeah, man, just keep your head up, brother. Keep your head up.
No.
Oh man, that makes me sad. I'm so sorry. Anyway, y'all, please take care of yourselves out there. Please. And in here, let's while we're
dangerous,
here.
One of the most dangerous Terminators in the history of Terminators, T1000 giving us 10. He said he wanted to support you, brothers, and thank you for being true advocates for Black indie comics. We appreciate that, T1000. Always appreciate everything, even if you don't give it to us and you just appreciate the books that we talk about week in, week out. Even on the weeks where Ernie got to do his solo dolo, or he has to deal with the shenanigans that is me. It is appreciated, man. It is appreciated.
For real.
I love to see it.
Dude, for real. And I want to make something clear. This is, I want people to understand something that, like, I don't talk about indie comics for clout. I don't talk about Black indie comics for clout. I talk about this shit for the love of the game. And because I care about this shit. I care about this shit. I want these books to thrive, because, and not just because, not just because Blackity, because I want to celebrate the best of us. I want to celebrate the best of us. And like, man, there's some amazing creators out there that, like I literally, as I'm reading the chat, like, this show, like, I'm learning a lot of y'all didn't know about Stranger Comics, or have not been properly introduced to those books. And I was even talking to Seb about that after, I think both during and after our interview, talking about how like the only reason I've never really made like a dedicated video about any of his books is because I almost don't like the idea of really spoiling them. But I'm kind of slowly figuring out ways to talk about some of these books where maybe I can talk about them in such a way that still leaves something to the imagination and would entice y'all to maybe want to go check them out. And I'm actually happy to see that I have seen some of y'all say in the chat that I'm checking it out now, or saying, hey, I'm gonna go I'm gonna go pick it up now, or something to that effect. Also, I do want to also say that if you are interested in because I meant to say this earlier, if you are interested in the Kickstarter, I forgot to put this in actually didn't update the description at all for the show. That shows you how out of it I was last night when I scheduled this, but I do have it in here now. If you want to find Stranger Comics, if you want to back the Kickstarter, or both, I have put links to both the Stranger Comics website and the Kickstarter in the description of this video. So of this live stream. So it is there if you want to, if you're interested. And like I said, you don't even just have to go buy anything if you don't want to. I mean, if you just want to get a taste of what they have to offer before you go all in, as Carter alluded earlier, there is a 6 comic bundle that if you let's say you want to you want to buy the you don't want to buy the books just yet, you just want to figure out if this is for you. There you go. Matter of fact, here I will even show you exactly what I'm talking about, because there's two. There are. I didn't mean to do that. There we go. Okay. Right here, if you see this, the Asunda free ebook pack. This is what I was talking about. This is all 6 first issues for free. You do not pay a single dime unless you want to. But they will not charge you for it. And then if you decide that, okay, I rock with this, you can either buy the Asunda collection ebook bundle. If you want an ebook, you can buy them. I believe there is a collection to buy them all like together. Yeah, that is a thing. You could do that, or you could do the ebook stuff. You could buy them individual. Buy whatever strikes your fancy. I don't know. And I do have it under authority that you can. And I want to make sure I'm correct in my thinking on this. I do have it under good authority that one of the upcoming Stranger Comics titles, I think you might be able to pre-order at your LCS, maybe.
Right.
I think there is something Stranger Comics related that I know for a fact is on the horizon to some degree or another, and I want to say it's something that, or no, it's not listed yet. It's not listed yet. But just know that when the time comes, you'll probably hear me talking about it. Just know that you'll probably see me say something along those lines. Also, real quick, I do want to also add, for those who saw my talk with Ray Anthony Height about Defiant. Some of y'all might remember that interview. Whether you do it is inconsequential, but just know that there was a conversation that was had with Ray Anthony Height about the Defiant comic, which was it's basically it's a graphic novel retelling of the story of Robert Smalls, who some of you may or may not be familiar with, but was who was a man who's pretty integral to Black history, as he was someone who rose up and basically in extraordinary fashion helped free a lot of slaves. This was one of those that friend of the channel, Sean Damian Hill, was an artist on this book. Some of you might remember Sean Damian Hill from the Bishop War College series. He was Sean Damian Hill was the artist on that book. But I do recommend, if you haven't read the story of Robert Smalls, Defiant, if you haven't read it, I do recommend that you do. It's available in trade and it's available in hardcover. The hardcover, I actually, not gonna hold you. Here, let me go back. Where is it? I lost it because that is one thing I actually do not like about League of Comic Geeks, is that if you click on something, it will take you. If you try to go back, it won't take you back to like the filtered shit that you went through. It'll take you back to some other shit from like way earlier. But this right here, this is the hardcover. I almost kind of want to get it because it makes it look like it's a book. And I like that. It's pretty dope. But yeah, it's a fantastic book. I have read it cover to cover, and I really enjoyed it. It was a really breezy read too. Just because it's just so good. But yeah, I do highly recommend, especially if you are someone who wants to, if you don't know the story of Robert Smalls, I do recommend give that a look. Please, and thank you. Please, thank you. I said that boy Jeremiah. That man said he really like giving away free shit. He really does. Like honestly, here's one reason that I not one reason, but I mean it's not the only. I don't want to make it sound like it's the only reason. But no. One of the reasons why I love Seb so much is because he gives so much to the people who support what he does. When I was talking to him about like some stuff, there was like I don't want to go into the full details of this because something we talked about privately, but there was something that came up, and it was one of those things where like it would be financially, I don't know what's the best way to put it. It would basically be a financial hit for him to address something that was like that got messed up with a thing that he had worked on. And when he told me like how much went into it and how much like it would take to like fix the problem, and that he would do it anyway. Like I was like, dude, I said not a lot of people would have done that. Not a lot of people would have done that.
I think it's confidence. I really think that it's confidence that I know, because I don't want this to sound like it's an ego thing, but I think it's more so to Jeremiah's point. It's confidence in knowing that a thing that you did is so well done that just giving you this portion for free will make you want to go read the rest of it, because I know that everyone involved put their foot in it. So I'm not mad at that at all. I'm not mad at that at all.
Dude, you want to hear some shit that'll blow your mind? I mean, you'll learn this. Any of y'all will learn this if you watch the interview. But like when he told me how long it took to make the Untamed, blew my mind. Because one thing, and I kind of meant to say it earlier, but I kind of forgot. When you read the Untamed, you're reading a painting. This is a painted book, kind of in a similar fashion to like kind of one of the reasons why it takes so long for Saga
I can believe that.
sometimes.
Yeah, I can believe that.
Is because of that very reason that all of like maybe not everything in Saga, but like I know for a fact the backgrounds are painted in Saga, which is kind of what takes a lot of the time there. But like when you look at this book and like you like read it, like know that this is all painted. This is all painted. He said it took like almost 10 years, damn near. Like this was something he had been working on for a long time. It's why it's why the Untamed is the book that takes the longest. Over maybe like Niobe or some of the other books. But yeah, I like I said, I'm a huge fan of Seb. Yeah. I will not have any feelings to the contrary. Because Seb is a real one who actually cares about the process. Also, can I just say, speaking of process, we were just glazing Greg Rucka for his love of process and back matter. And let me tell you something. Let me share something with you guys about my boy Seb. So Seb is a back matter guy, as you can see right here. This is back matter right here. Okay, we're talking about back matter, and this ain't no bullshit either. This ain't no bullshit. I want to show you guys something that I think is very telling about how confident Seb is that he is going to give you the anatomy of the page, telling you the process, his thoughts, what went into each one, what was he thinking, what was there any meaning, showing you some of the thumbnails, showing you the thumbnails, showing you how it went from the thumbnails to the screen.
I regret telling all of y'all about that because his ass will all Gavin Guidry will find a way to bring that shit up.
I just saw that shit. All that for under 150, that's crazy. I mean, dude, that's diabolical.
I'm gonna tell you what's crazy, Gavin. I was having a conversation with Ernie. This was maybe a week or two back, but Distillery is back. Even if you didn't know, just like me and Ernie,
even if you didn't know they left.
Distillery is back. They went on a hiatus apparently, where several books just they never finished, even though they were only 3 goddamn issues. Some issues only had a number 1, and that was it. Some hardcovers and that just never came out for completed books. That keep in mind was only 3 issues again. Apparently, something happened. And now they're back. I don't know if they still charging $150 for some shit, but I know that they're back. Now that we have gotten all of these Stranger Comics praise out of the way, I want to hit Ernie with you with a verses real quick because there are 2 books that came out this week.
Oh, hit me!
But they came out They came out in trades. And if you're somebody that's like several of you all watching live, and several of you all that are going to be listening later, you can't buy all these goddamn books you want to get. Sometimes choices have to be made. So I'm gonna hit Ernie with a verses real quick because there are 2 trades that came out this week, and I want to know which one would you grab right now. One book that came out this week was from a brother named Jordan Clark, Ancestral Recall.
Yes, sir.
The trade came out this week, okay? And I don't want Ernie to I don't want to go into like the nitty-gritty of the book. I think Ernie has talked about that book several times. But with Ancestral Recall coming out this week from Jordan Clark, Stephanie Williams' Temporal came out.
Yes, it did.
This week, big dog. So if you had to make that choice, if you really had to go be an adult, you got to go get your bills, you got to go get your vehicle, you got to go get your house, you got to go get your wife, you got to go get your child, you got to get your mom. Everything got to be taken care of right here. So you can't get both. You can't go the BOFF route. You only got to get one of them.
Damn.
So if there was a version of Temporal and Ancestral Recall, Ernie, what book you getting?
Whoo, man. See, you trying to start a fight. You trying to start a fight. Man, I'm not going to hold you. I am not the safest person to answer this question. I'm gonna tell you why. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll give you my answer. First before I say what actually happened.
Mhm.
So if I had to choose,
Mhm.
I'm probably gonna get Temporal, and I'm gonna tell you
Oh
why.
my God, that boy said Ancestral Recall was trash. Okay, I'm listening.
Well, no. It's because
Okay.
I only got the first issue of Temporal.
Mm-hmm.
At least I got the first 2 issues of Temporal. I got the first 2 issues because, like, at the time when it was initially coming out, I think for whatever reason, I think my LCS thought that I only wanted like the first issue to see if I liked it. I don't think they understood that I wanted the whole thing. So like I only got like the first like issue or so. And I think they ended up because the nature of the business, they usually get like the second one. And I thought that like I told them to like put the rest of it in, but I guess I didn't. But neither here nor there. Point of the matter is I had them order the trade. But I had them order the trade for both because I am a guy who is like, you know what? If I can, give me both. Because I actually have all of Ancestral Recall in singles. So like it's there. I can read that. Like I've done my thing. I've done my thing. But yeah, if you ask me most of the time, I'm gonna say both. Give me both. Because both of those books are absolutely fire. For those who are unfamiliar, if for whatever reason you are unfamiliar with Ancestral Recall or Temporal, basically what you need to know is that Ancestral Recall, which by the way is by friend of the channel, the channel, Jordan Clark. And we've had Jordan on the channel before. I've interviewed Jordan in the past for a couple of different things, and Ancestral Recall was one of the more recent ones. But this is Ancestral Recall right here. This was one of the books that was on my Blackest Comics of 2025 list. It is about a guy who is trying to find his wife who has disappeared, and the only way he is going to be able to find her is by relying on a little ability that he has. And it's the title of the fucking comic, Ancestral Recall. Basically, he can reach out to the ancestors, to those who came before, and learn skills or knowledge that can help him in his quest. Case in point, he meets one of the first I think it was first black was the first black Indy 500 racer.
Mm-hmm.
And there's another where he meets the inspiration for Philip Marlowe, who is a black man. Kind of in a very similar vein to how Bass Reeves is the inspiration for the Lone Ranger, so on and so forth. Then and if you're not familiar with Temporal, that is a book that is once again, that's Stephanie Williams, friend of the channel. We love Stephanie Williams, love her down.
I think I can do Temporal because you have a tendency to drag. So let me give y'all Temporal.
No, this nigga didn't just tell me I got a tendency to drag when he dragged out a whole fucking Lazarus segment. No, this nigga didn't. No, he did not.
All right, Second Chronicle, that
not
was
drag race.
Chronicle, that was me.
I was like, no, this nigga did not.
I actually want to hear what you gonna say about Temporal because when I read the back of it, and
Mhm.
I've read what the gist of it was. I know there's more to it, Ernie,
Uh-huh.
but it just sounds like, okay, so this is just about a woman going back in time to steal a Sega Genesis for her baby.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Oh shit! I thought there was more to it.
Well, no, there is more to it, but I mean that's the kickoff point.
Okay,
That's
but I
the-
said
that's the
there
kickoff
has
point.
to be more there
So-
than that. So I really want to hear what you going to say about this.
So the reason why this is important is because this is about a woman who lives in the far future.
Mhm.
So basically she is a thief. She's a time thief.
Mhm.
And she is also a retired time thief. She doesn't do this shit no more. She basically is more of like a curator and a collector now, and she's gone legit. But when her 10-year-old child's birthday comes up, he wants a classic gaming system, a system that does not fucking exist anymore, except for like, you know how we have like those Nintendo and Sega Genesis like replicas now?
Yeah.
Where like, oh hey, you can go to like Target or Walmart. Don't go to Target, but go to like a Walmart or some shit. You can, or Best Buy, you can buy like one of those little small ass fucking like Nintendos, has
Oh
like
my
15,
God.
20,
You
30
remember
games
when
on
that
it.
was the thing? You remember when that was the thing?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
my God.
yeah, exactly. So
Were you still at GameStop at that point? Or you had already gone?
I was gone, but I was working at Target when those were like really a thing.
Gotcha.
But so the funny thing about it is basically that's what she gets her son.
Mhm.
She doesn't get him the original because they don't exist anymore. She buys him one of the replicas. It still works. It still does all the shit, but it's not the original. And she sees how disappointed her son is when he realizes it's a replica. And it breaks her. So she says, well, fuck it, I'm back. She's like, I'm back.
Hold on, dog. You had me at the time thief shit because I was more so like, wait, time thief? What the fuck is that? So it's this bitch's fault every time I hit the snooze button. I feel like that was not 10 minutes. Wait a minute.
Right.
I wanted you to delve more into that. But
Well,
you
okay.
mean to tell me this whole book is because her baby is fucking spoiled?
Sort of. Well, okay, so here's the thing. That part is only the first two issues. Like I'll go ahead and put it like this. The whole Super Nintendo Sega Genesis of it all, that shit is wrapped up by like midway through issue 2. It's not like it's not the whole story. It's what starts the story. Because basically she goes back in time and she pulls off the job. I mean, spoiler alert, she's a fucking time thief who stole a fucking DeLorean from like a classic DeLorean.
No, you did.
That's actually why this variant cover exists. But no, she basically goes like, that's how you first meet her. She goes back in time. She steals she's stealing art, but she also has a DeLorean as well that she takes back with her. But basically, that's how she meets her husband. Her husband's also a time thief as well, also retired. But like, basically, the first two issues are just that, her going back into the game, and then realizing after she goes and does the thing that even though she's been out of practice, she still got this shit. And basically doing that attracts the attention of an organization that wants her skills put to their purposes. And how that plays out from there. That is basically
Now that's sounding a lot, boy. See,
that's none of that is and I want to make something clear. None of that is a spoiler. Honestly, I have only given you the plot of like 1.5 issues out of what is, I think, effectively 5 or 6 issues. This is basically the shit that'll get you in the door. That's basically what it is. But yeah, it's is it Disney? Is it Disney? Are they the corporation? No, it's not them. It's not them.
This is the future. See, if this was any other story, and I think this is something that none of you agree with, if this was any other story, That little boy getting his ass whooped just for being ungrateful. We in the future. We don't even have the red and yellow outlet on our TVs anymore. We got flying cars, and this little motherfucker is mad. He would have got a whooping for that.
Yeah.
I don't know how. I don't know what kind of futuristic switches they got in the future, but that little nigga would got whooped. I'm sorry.
I mean, but the thing is, it's all here's okay. I'm gonna say something so controversial yet so brave about this book.
Let me hear it. Okay.
I don't think the time travel is really the important part of the book. Like at all. I mean, it's a part of the plot. It's the story. It is important. I'm not saying it isn't. But what I'm saying is, I think reading how Stephanie has all of the characters interact with each other, how they navigate conversations and situations, to me is way more interesting. Like, yeah, the time stuff is there, but like case in point, when she's trying to get back in the game, because like basically she's like, I'm out of practice, so I gotta get my old connects. When she meets up with like one of her friends who also is in the game, who never left the game, the conversation read like some shit that you like. Carter, if you and I like, let's say let's play a what if. Let's play a what if.
Let me hear it.
Let's say I gave up doing YouTube.
Okay.
I just gave this shit up. But Carter kept going. Carter kept the Blerd Cave alive. And then one day I'm like, yeah, man, I'm trying to get back in the game, Carter, man. Can you put me back on? I know exactly how that conversation's gonna go. I know exactly how, like not saying like anything bad is gonna be said, but just like the jokes and like the remarks and the things that we would say, especially like if we had spoken in a while. Like it would, like I know how that conversation is gonna go, and Stephanie knows how to perfectly encapsulate two black women sitting down, having a conversation with each other when they have not spoken in a long time, and they're not meeting up to like catch up. They're meeting up for.
Were they on good terms at least?
No, they were on good.
That's making me want to read whatever issue that was.
This is just the second. Yeah, this is just the second issue, but or I think I think it actually might be in the first issue. But no, the thing is, the way that conversation plays out. Not saying anything bad happens, but just the way that they spoke to each other. It was just like it felt real. Like, okay, case in point. You know how. Like if two black women who haven't been in the same room with each other in a long time, and you're like, hey, and like and like that, and black woman A calls up black woman B like, hey, let's meet up for coffee or something. We haven't hung out in a long time, and black woman B kind of knows how black woman A is, and eventually at some point be like, girl, quit bullshit. Go ahead and tell me what the fuck we on here about, man. Come on.
See what you're doing right now. I'm scared to read this book. And the reason I say that I'm scared to read this book is because there is another book that came out that Ernie's name is on.
Oh, yeah.
And how
I knew where this was going.
I had some nitpicks about how black women were portrayed to have their conversations. And it seems like I was kind of right in the sense of black women can write black women better than this. This is making me want to read that book. I'm going to tell you what this is. I'm going to really tell you what this is, because this was something that I peeped out when I was looking at information about both of these books online.
Okay, yeah.
You.
God damn it, Gavin. Said Jack Harlow could never. I'm here for it.
I feel like that you should have more so, and I'm not saying this to like give you an ego boost, but I feel like you did a better job of giving like back of the trade or like Amazon why you should get this book, because Ancestral Recall. That was a better way to describe that book than me reading something that says Steve Orlando said this book is Sinners meets Quantum Leap. What the fuck does for anybody else, like, what the fuck does that mean? But you actually did a better job of selling Ancestral Recall than what you would see online somewhere, which is how he described Ancestral Recall.
I ain't gonna lie, Sinners meets Quantum Leap is diabolical.
That's what I'm saying. That's
like
nasty.
And I'm gonna tell you why.
You did a way better job of selling me on getting that goddamn trade. Just like with Temporal. Everything you just said about Temporal sounds way more enticing to me than my spoiled ass youngin' wanted the original Xbox back in the day. Everything you just said about both these trades sounded a lot more enticing to me than what was actually put to print on the back of these motherfuckers. That's what I'm saying.
Wait, not Sega set it off. Wait. I just want to say, if I don't do the one thing is, I don't know. We won't have to worry about seeing Queen Latifah lighting up in the car before it's all said and done. But no, the Sinners meets Quantum Leap is only half accurate in so much that in a lot of the cases where he's having Ancestral Recall, he is not, like, the people aren't coming to him. He's going to them. So, like, when he meets the inspiration for Philip Marlowe, when he meets the racer, when he meets, like, a bunch of other people that he encounters, he's going back to them, to, like, their time, and, like, getting the information, the skill sets, whatever, to do the thing, and then coming like that. Like, I think what Steve Orlando did was like a gross oversimplification of it. Okay, cool. In terms of using Sinners, I'm not gonna lie, I don't see the Sinners like, outside of it being just some niggas. That's all I see.
am still a fan of that man's Midnight series, but when I read it's Sinners meets Quantum Leap, boy, I hope your Scarlet Witch Doctor Strange book get canceled. Oh my God, that was nasty. That was the nastiest way I've seen somebody describe a book. I hope that Sorcerer Supreme get the boot just off of that description of this brother's book. That was nasty work.
Well,
that
was so
nasty.
You might not have to wish that on him with the way Marvel be moving these days.
You're right.
Marvel, because Marvel canceling books like before they even come out. So because
I was shocked as hell to see Imperial Guardians got an issue 2 this week. I thought it was done after the first issue. That's why y'all put it in that Imperial trade. I was shocked.
I think.
My goodness.
I want to see some. I think they're gonna still release. I don't think they're gonna do this like you know how they did.
It's not getting Red Hooded.
Yeah. It's not getting Red Hood. It's not getting the Red Hood treatment. As far as I can tell, it's not getting the Red Hood treatment. I don't believe, but because Marvel, they'll cancel a book and then, because remember they did that with Avengers. What was it? Avengers Incorporated. They did it with that where they basically. Let me see if I can. Oh man, oh Lord, what just happened here? It's like Booty Call meets the heist. Bruh. I ain't gonna lie.
I want to know what Steve Orlando's thought process was of Sinners meets Quantum Leap. I honestly want to know.
That is diabolical. So basically, here's the thing. So Imperial Guardians is gonna go to issue 4, but after that, it's a wrap. It'll go to issue 4, but after that, don't look for nothing else, which I think is kind of garbage because I feel like, okay, I'm going to say something so controversial, yet so brave, yet again. I think if you cancel a book like you do Imperial Guardians, you cancel the book before it's even out on the shelf, I feel like if the sales do pick up for that book, like if it still does well in spite of the cancellation, people are still buying that book, like if people start adding it to their pull list, I think Marvel, I don't know, Gavin, you might be able to correct me on this. I don't know if this actually happens because I don't think it's ever been confirmed. But is there a history of books that were initially canceled, but then got brought back because sales picked up after the cancellation. Because the way I usually see it, a lot of the time when books get canceled, that's it. It don't matter if people are buying the book more after. It's like, no, we've already moved on.
This would be some cold shit if it's Dan Abnett. Dan Abnett was the name for the Marvel cosmic space stuff.
Yeah, no, Dan Abnett was the guy.
Could you imagine if sales for that book pick up and that's the one that kept on trucking? Do you know how slow them other writers gonna feel?
I mean, you ain't wrong. You ain't wrong.
That got pulled back.
Well,
that is nasty. That is cold work.
So right here, this basically just confirms it for me. Because I remember talking to Joe Casey about this, about Weapon X-Men. Because I asked him, I was like, hey, what happens if the sales on Weapon X-Men pick up? What if they see that there is an audience, people are buying the book, people are adding it to the pull list? And he was like, yeah, that ship sailed. So that's why I kind of had that belief. And Gavin just kind of confirmed it for me. Yeah, when they're done, they're done. Because that's the thing. So it's kind of like... And you know what? It's actually and this is another reason why I was pretty confident that this was the case, is because it's kind of the same thing in the television and movie industry. Case in point, one of Carter and I's favorite examples, Dread.
Oh, okay.
Bombed at the box office. I'm talking bombed at the box office, but cleaned house on DVD and Blu-ray.
Yeah, it broke records on DVD and Blu-ray sales. Sure did. Sure did.
And guess what you didn't get? Y'all, because people are like, oh, well, no, we backed them up on the Blu-ray and the DVD sales, right? So that means we can get a sequel, right? Right? No, and this is why, like, because someone tried to argue with me about this online the other day, and I'm gonna leave this here. I'm leaving Gavin's message up for this very reason. Someone tried to argue with me because I made a statement yesterday, or not yesterday, it was a couple of days ago, where I said that people need to use the power of their pull list more responsibly. Stop adding those books that everybody is fucking buying, because those are gonna be there. Add the books that you know. I'm not saying, if you want to have those other books you pull list, cool. I'm not saying, take them out. If you want to have 20 copies of Batman in your pull list every week, you go with God on that one. But what I'm saying is that maybe instead of adding Batman, which you know is going to be in the shop every fucking week you walk in, they're going to have 1 million copies of it sitting on the shelf. Maybe get that book that not everybody's going to buy. Like maybe add, on here, I'll use some examples here. Maybe add a Ghost Pepper or a Narco or a Ancestral Recall, or a Temporal, or a Roots of Madness, or a Feral, or I could go on and on and on and on.
Hey Steve, what did you think of Roots of Madness? Man, it was the I know, like Roots of Madness, that was the Wiz meets Fifth Element.
This motherfucker. Actually, this one right here almost sent me. Pootie Tang meets My Dinner with Andre. I was like, bro, what are we doing? That is disgusting. That's diabolical. It's like, this right here, what Gavin said, DVD sales will get you a revival 20 years later from cult status. That's the type of shit. That's why we say you can't be a Johnny come lately. You need, look, I know this sucks. Everybody. And I know a lot of people don't want to hear, but that was what I was arguing with this guy about. I don't even say arguing, because honestly, I said what I had to say and I moved on. But when you bitch and moan and cry and whine about how, what, you mean I got to be an early adopter of a book sight unseen just to ensure that some book I may not even like gets picked up? I was like, no. It doesn't, I'm not saying you got to be like, I'm not telling you to throw all your money in before you see anything. Having a pull list costs you nothing.
Spider-Man fans do that all the time.
Right? I'm just saying, like, look, I need y'all to
understand. They read a Spider-Man book since 92 and it's still been in their pull.
Okay, you know what? Here. I'm gonna say some shit, and some of y'all, I'm gonna say some shit. Some of y'all probably gonna hate me for this, but you want to know the reason why books like Batman, Superman, Spider-Man, so on and so forth, even X-Men to a degree. You want to know why them books stay like at the top of the charts, even when they're bad? I'm gonna tell you why. Y'all ain't gonna like it. The reason why? It's because some of y'all forget to take that shit about your pull box. Or because you one of these goddamn sickos that's like, no, man, I don't want to fuck up my collection, so I gotta keep, even though I hate Amazing Spider-Man by Zeb Wells, I'm gonna keep it in my pull list because I'm not a serious fucking person.
Hey, Steve Orlando, what you think about Steve Orlando? What you think about Bitterroot, the new movement? Oh man, that's Rosewood mixed with the Orville.
What the fuck? I'm so tired of this shit. Oh my god! Like, you know what I felt like? What's that motherfucker's name on Key and Peele, Mr. Garvey? When the motherfucker just flipped out and just threw everything off the desk. That's me right now. Like, son of a bitch. But no,
Sorry,
no, it's fine. It's fine.
I'll behave. I'm sorry.
I'm mostly joking, but no, like early sales keep books alive. And I've been trying to tell people this. I actually am making a video. I'm in the process of editing a video right now to break down that process even more, to try and make it, simple and easy for everybody to be able to get on board and understand the assignment. But let me keep you 100% updated on how this shit works. You have to pre-order the book. And not only, you want to pick up the book too. I'm not saying just put shit in your pull list and have your shop buying bullshit you're never going to pick up. What I'm saying is have them get the shit, but also go pick it up. But the thing is, when you pre-order that book is then purchased. That book is then purchased by the LCS when they put in their weekly orders, because they got to put in weekly orders before FOC. Yeah, they got to put in those orders. They got to make sure everything's updated. When they put those orders in, those books are purchased. The shop is paying for those books. Therefore, the check is literally already in the mail. So okay, let's use Marvel. We were just talking about Imperial Guardians, right? So okay, let me here. Let's pull this back. I want to make something very, very fucking clear.
Okay.
So when Marvel saw that, what was the FOC? I wonder if it still has the FOC on this. Do they have the... I don't know if they still have the FOC on here. I don't think it's on here. Released March 11th. So here, March 11th, so that means the FOC was probably something like February, maybe February 18th, 20th, something like that. Because they usually like 2 to 3 weeks out. So when the FOC popped off and they saw... sales looking kind of light. Sales looking kind of anemic. Cancel that shit. Cancel that shit. Get it out of here. Get it out of here. We don't... Yeah, we're not doing that. And so by the time issue 1 hit the shelf, Marvel has already moved on. Mm-hmm. The fact that they announced that book was canceled before issue 1 even came out should tell you everything you need to know about how, I'm not going to say every publisher, but Marvel specifically, and maybe even DC to a lesser extent, how these companies move. When they see those sales ain't looking good, they're going to cancel the book. Now, I will say, I think DC is better about giving a book a little bit more time to cook. Like, Marvel will cold cut some shit off at 5. They'll be like, yeah, you ain't get the shit by 5. Yeah, get on up out of here. We might let you get to 10 if you X-Men. We might let you get to 10 if you X-Men, but...
Hey, Steve Orlando, what you think about that book, Philadelphia? Man, it's Vampire in Brooklyn mixed with Rainbow Six Siege.
I knew that shit was... I knew Vampire in Brooklyn was about to happen. I didn't call Rainbow Six Siege, but goddamn it, now I'm like, yeah, actually, shit, maybe, I don't know. But no, you have to understand that by the time you find out about the cancellation, at that point, creative teams have moved on, because that's another thing. And I think Gavin can
Hopefully.
well, hopefully. Let me correct myself.
New book. Jesus.
Let me correct myself and say, hopefully they have moved on. But the thing is, the company has moved on. They're looking elsewhere. They're looking at other avenues. The people who were on the book, they now have their availability opened up. So hopefully they are moving on to other avenues. And sometimes, even if a book does, like, let's say, okay, let's use an example. I promise you, if Poison Ivy didn't sell as well as it did when it was initially dropping, and let's say, because I think that book was originally slated for 12, and let's say DC was like, we're going to let you finish. We promise you 12. We're going to let you have 12. But let's say sales started picking up around like issue like 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe 10, whatever at the latest. DC might want to let it keep going, but that don't mean they can keep it going, because G. Willow Wilson is probably going to be like, oh, well, shit, I moved on to go do something else. Or, somebody else is going to be like, somebody like an editorial is like, actually, we kind of started focusing our efforts like somewhere else. I think people need, like, this is why I think more people need to be made aware of how the industry actually works. Because I think there's a lot of mystique, there's a lot of mystification about the comics industry, and people don't realize that the shit is not the way they think it is. It is not the way they think it is. But anyway, that I didn't mean to even. Sorry, let me put my soapbox away. I'm sorry, but whenever that shit comes up, I cannot help but go the fuck off, because it's just like my eye just starts twitching for more than just like. Technically, my eye's been twitching since yesterday because I accidentally rubbed my eye after eating some fucking jalapeno chips. Not thinking about it, and my eye only just now got back to feeling better, like literally just now. If anyone was wondering why half my left eye was red earlier, that was why. But no, let's get away from that. Let's get away from that. I want to get the fuck away from that. Get. Oh, also, you know what? Real quick, man, Gavin, I thought about you the other day when I was playing South of Midnight, because I was reading one of the one of the letters or notes that you can find around the bayou, and one of them was signed last name Guidry, and I was like, Lord have mercy, Gavin in South of Midnight. Gavin in South of Midnight confirmed. But no, let's take a look at some super chats. We got Shadow Sonic Silver in the Blerd Club Diamond Mine. Good God damn, Jesus Christ. We've also got the Real Bone Factory with the 2 says coupon on Amazon for Defiant that will make it $13. Hey, I'm just saying, a deal's a deal. So I mean, you do what you got to do. Get that. Look, Seb ain't gonna be mad at you. And then we got Ralph Bayer. Wow, shit, out here with the 20 euros. Over on the Streamlab side, dude. Thank you. Didn't even say anything. Just left some bread. Man, that's crazy. We've also got Shadow Sonic Silver with the 1999 super chat. It says, did you catch that Clarence Thomas rant that he gave on Wednesday where he started glazing evil Charlie Chaplin? Said progressivism is to blame for both Europe being destroyed during World War II and for the US's current decline. It's funny, and this is why I always say Clarence Thomas has never beaten the charges. You know why people say that progressivism is to blame for okay, I'm gonna give you guys a little inside baseball. The reason why people like Clarence Thomas say that shit, that saying that that was the downfall of Europe, it's because when people talk about Nazis, they usually associate the Nazi, because what was it? It was like the Nazi Socialist, whatever the fuck, I forget, like party, Nazi Socialist Party or whatever the fuck, Nazi Socialist Republic or whatever. So when people think of socialism, they think of Nazis sometimes. It's like a really weird like connection that people make. But the reality is that actual socialism and Nazi socialism, they are two completely different things. There was nothing progressive about the Holocaust, and I think any Jewish person would tell you that. I don't think there was anything progressive. If anything, it was regressive, because they were trying to turn Germany, and really Europe as a whole, was the goal. They were trying to turn it into an ethno-state. It's the same reason why people who are Nazis, while they hate Jews, they love Israel. And do you know why, Carter?
Why?
Nazis love Israel despite hating Jews because Israel gives them an excuse, a thing that they can point to when they say, see, ethno-states aren't bad. And if you don't know what an ethno-state is a place where only one ethnicity of people live. It ain't America. It's a place where like only white people live, only black people live, only Jewish people live, only whoever live. Like if you like all you weebs, let me break it down for the weebs.
No way.
You want to go to Japan, you're like, oh, I just can't wait to go to Japan. I want to go to Japan. I think Japan is the coolest place in the world. I don't want to be in America anymore. I just want to go to Japan. Japan has everything I ever wanted. And then you try and pull up to Japan and they like, hold on, pimp. Let me see your birth certificate. Yeah, you 100% white. You can't come up in here. Get. Yeah, you thought you was gonna come up in here, huh? Yeah, get your ass on somewhere. It's Japanese or bust, baby. That's an ethno-state. That's an ethno-state. Now that's it, and this is also very important. I want to pull this up right now because it's tangential to the thing that we were just talking about. But Shadow Sonic Silver with the 499 says, don't forget Germany deported a lot of people to Israel, and Israel views survivors as worse than the perpetrators of World War II. Make it make sense. This is why I have the opinions I have. I didn't mean to turn this into a Nerds of Culture segment, but just trust me when I tell you, the more you learn about what Israel really is, I think you'll kind of figure out. Yeah, anyway. But thank you for that. We have also got Highlight 915 with the 39 months in the Blerd Club Gold Mine, or the Blerd Gold Club. Carter just had a flashback.
Man, you are a sick man, bro.
With the Fantasy Warehouse right next to it.
Those are good ass ponchos over there too, dog.
Man, it really was, dude. You could roll up out the strip club, go catch you a movie, get you a bite at Ponchos, and go pick you up a flick, all in one spot. Man, diabolical. But this is What Up Cave, Ernie Carter. Can you each provide a TV show recommendation? I need some new options. Well, you know what? I tell you what, Carter. Is there anything you're watching right now that you would recommend?
I'm watching
sir?
the same shit everybody else is watching right now. It's Invincible and
The Boys.
Yeah, because The Pit is done this season.
Yep.
But just a show in general, yeah, I can give you one. Hannibal. I'm always quick to give people that one. I'm so confident in that one. I'll give you two. Black Sails. Those are always my two go-tos.
Yeah,
and they could not be any more different.
They really are very different shows. I'm gonna give you something a little more recent for me. Because I do agree. I think that Black Sails and Invincible, really all those shows, very good watches. But what I'm going to recommend is a little show that I have just absolutely fallen in love with, called Your Friends and Neighbors.
I didn't know you were watching it.
Oh, I fucking love that show. Dude, like, honestly,
Oh,
I'm not gonna
shit.
lie. John Hamm is just getting all the Apple money, like, really, because that motherfucker's on like multiple Apple shows, just like for no good goddamn reason. For no good goddamn reason. That motherfucker just be showing up on everything. Because he's on fucking he's on Your Friends and Neighbors. He's on The Morning Show. He's on he was on Landman and like a bunch of other like crazy shit. He just shows up and stuff. Motherfucker just be in shit for no reason. I'm just here for it.
Yeah.
But speaking, like, honestly, I'm gonna tell you right now, well, I am all about fuck corporations. If there was any streaming service subscription that I would have, it would be to Apple TV. And the reason why is because them shows don't miss. Apple TV eating everybody fucking lunch. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, brunch, supper, second breakfast, whatever you want to call it. Apple be out here fucking folks up because I literally cannot pick one streaming service that has as many good shows as Apple TV does. Because Shrinking, that's another one. Shrinking is another show that I just absolutely positively love all the way down. But Your Friends and Neighbors, I'm gonna keep it to Your Friends and Neighbors and just say that Your Friends and Neighbors, imagine if Don Draper just got fired from his gig working in finance, and this man has a lavish this guy has a lavish lifestyle that he has accrued, and he also is well, he's also got a huge, divorce that he's also gone through, but just like, I ain't gonna lie, that whole setup is diabolical. But basically, this man is broke now. Like, he's one of those people that he's a man of means. He had money, he had property, he had fancy cars, he had a fancy house, but once he ain't got that gig no more, you realize how broke rich people can actually be sometimes. And basically what he's doing now, he has resorted to robbing his neighbors, breaking into their homes when they're not home, stealing their shit, and basically pawning it. More like it's more of a high level of pawning, but it's basically he's pawning their shit. But it's a gross oversimplification, but I don't want to say anymore.
This is the one thing I will say to that. One thing that it also does is it lets you know what he's stealing, and I think it's just it'll give you an idea of the amount of stupidly priced stupid shit.
Yes.
Oh my God. Because these are real things that he's in there. It's almost like product placement, but it's product placement in the sense of showing you how fucking dumb it is that somebody would spend that amount of money on a thing, and this is all the thing is.
Yeah, it doesn't even do anything. It doesn't even do anything. It just sits there. It just sits there. And like you have a $50,000 watch. Why?
I'll say this one just because it's the freshest one in my head off of the recent episode I watched, because I'm on season 2. It's 2 seasons, just FYI. But like the one dude had like I think he had a pen that was like 100 racks, and it was just in a drawer with other pens just in there. Like
didn't do anything. It doesn't do. It's just a fucking pen.
It's a pen.
It just fucking. Also, I will say, Shrinking. If you're not watching Shrinking and you need, actually, okay, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Shrinking is one of those shows. It is so fucking heartwarming, but it will also fucking break your fucking heart. I fucking promise you. You think you are a tough, stone cold some bitch? That show, it'll have you laughing your ass off. You know what it is? Shrinking is in the same category as Ted Lasso to me. Ted Lasso is a show you'll be laughing your ass off 1 second, and the next minute your ass will be bawling your eyes out. Yeah, whether you're happy or sad is another story, but like Shrinking does the same thing. Basically, I'm not even a big Jason Segel guy. Like, I'm not even a big Jason Segel. I can't think of too many things I've actually enjoyed with Jason Segel in it, but I will definitely say him and Harrison Ford and Jessica Williams, they fucking eat every episode. I ain't gonna
say real quick.
Oh, go ahead. Shoot.
Your Friends and Neighbors, because I want to know if you knew this. First one, same person that did Banshee did Your Friends and Neighbors, and if you look, there are several people from Banshee in that goddamn show.
Yeah, I was about to say, old boy. Oh my God, why am I blanking on dude's name?
I know you think I was glad. Start with a B, I think.
Yeah. His name's he plays Barney on Your Friends and Neighbors, but it's Hoon Lee, which, by the way, if you are a devil,
Job, you talking about Job?
Yeah, if you are a fan of the current Devil May Cry Netflix series, you might recognize his voice because he is the White Rabbit on Devil May Cry. Yeah, that motherfucker will never be able to sneak his voice past me because ever since I heard that motherfucker on Banshee, I don't care what he do. You ain't gonna sneak Hoon Lee past me.
That was my whole reason for even watching that show. When I'm like, oh, so the folks who did Banshee did this, I'll watch it. Second thing, but this is for people that have actually seen the show. That's why I'm asking you.
Oh yeah.
Would you keep that car if your trunk kept popping open like that?
Man, I ain't gonna hold you. That trunk got that motherfucker in all kind of fucking bullshit. That trunk, like, and you know what? I'm gonna tell you right now. So I love a good Chekhov's gun. I love when Chekhov's gun is used so effectively. If you don't know what that means, basically Chekhov's gun. Exactly. Gavin just said right there. Bruh. Fuck no. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. If you don't know what Chekhov's gun is, here's the easiest way to define it. It's basically a principle that if you show a gun hanging on the wall in Act 1, that gun needs to be fired by Act 3, by no later than Act 3. So in the first episode, that motherfucker trunk keep popping up. Cause like there's a whole thing that happens like his daughter, like she got a boy snuck up in the house or whatever, and they laid up in some shit, and it starts the whole thing. That part's not as important, but the dude gets his car and there's like a little and that dude's trunk is fucked up for the rest of the show. Like ever so often,
it totally just encompasses like everything that's going on with his life right now. That you have this expensive ass BMW.
And the trunk just
the trunk just popped right the fuck up. Like this day could not get any worse. And that goddamn trunk power.
And like it always does at the worst possible times. But yes, I'm a huge fan of that show. Love it down. You will not get me to say a bad thing about that show. I fucking love it.
Thought I was the only motherfucker that was watching that show.
No.
Cool.
Actually, okay, Bad Monkey. This is one that's actually on my list to get on because I heard so many people. That's the thing. Okay, whenever someone says, "Hey man, you check out this show, like so and so," and I'll be like, "What's it on?" As soon as they say Apple TV, I'll just be like, "Say less."
Oh Lord. Okay.
Say less. I'll watch it. Because Apple TV shows are just that fucking good. Like, I don't care. Like, I was like, oh man, what was here? Let me see.
Oh, I know this joint. I forgot about this. The Vince Vaughn joint. Oh,
yeah. That's it. Because that's the thing. So, For All Mankind, lit. Morning Show, lit. Foundation, lit. Invasion, lit. Severance, lit. Slow Horses, lit. What was it? Silo, lit. Hijack, lit. I haven't watched Monarch, the Godzilla spinoff show. I haven't watched that yet, but I heard it's pretty fucking good. My boy Sugar, lit. Your Friends and Neighbors,
seen that one.
lit.
I wanted to watch that one, Sugar, and then I found out the twist and was like, what the hell?
Oh, yeah.
But do we have any more? Do we have any more super chats?
We do. Here,
okay.
Let's. I didn't mean to stay on that even as long as I did.
The YouTube chat for me is just completely just fucked. So
sorry. I got it all. I got it all right here.
Cool.
So basically says Shadow Sonic Silver right here says and if you're black and Jewish in Israel, like the Ethiopians you see on those photos, don't ever expect to have a child. Like I said, just it's basically, and I've taught like and I don't want to tell his business. I'll just speak. I'll speak around it. I'll just say I recently had some pretty good interactions with someone else in this space who is of the diaspora of the Jewish persuasion. And when they told me everything that they felt about Israel, I was like, you know what? Cool. I said, I feel justified. Like, I mean, it was confirmation bias, but I mean, it came from the fucking source. So it came from somebody who had actually been. So yeah, I'm just gonna tell you right now, don't ever think for 5 seconds I would ever go I would ever try to live in Israel. Well, for one, I wouldn't at all, but yeah, just know that I know what time it is, and yeah, that place is not for anyone like us. That is an ethno state through and through. Look how they're treating their neighbors right now. Then we got Gokhan Freeman with the 5, says recent Invincible episode, bruh, Viltrumite is the prime example of all brawn and no brain. Like, y'all, that's stupid. So Carter, did you watch the most recent episode of Invincible?
No, I saw what it was. So, because I've already
Yeah.
I don't want to say that because that sounds so. I've already read it, so I don't need to watch it. But I do. What I saw was when Mark hit Thrag and the little like anime shit happened.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, okay, that was cool. But
Did you
I haven't
see-
really seen anything else.
Did you see when Thrag hit Omni-Man?
Oh yeah, when he cocked his hand back and the shit pulled him. Okay, I did see that.
His hand did the shit that Superman do in Man of Steel when he get ready to fly, like everything started lifting up.
Yeah. Oh,
but yeah,
I did see that.
Yeah, that I'm not gonna hold you. Like
That's a
here,
video
wait
game,
for
isn't it?
what's that?
White Hat Atelier. Isn't that a video game? Or am I tripping?
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't know
it's
what-
an anime. It's an anime. It's an anime.
Oh,
It's an anime. Yeah. It took me a minute to realize what you were saying. I was like, oh yeah. I was like, it's an anime. It took me a minute.
Oh, boy, I'm
But
so
yeah.
far behind on all animes. I'm behind on video game. Gavin, look how long ago it was we all brought up Persona 4. I still have not finished that game. Anyway,
Yeah.
What's the
Oh,
next word?
I was gonna say, yeah, like this shit right here,
dog.
dude. Nolan caught it so green. Nolan caught it so nasty. I was
But when
like,
they showed that
bruh.
motherfucker was still flying.
I was like, man, look, because I ain't gonna hold you. So like, Robo texted me after he had watched the most recent episode because he didn't. I don't
Okay.
think he had watched it by the time we had live streamed on Thursday. He was like,
Mhm.
dude. He's like, that motherfucker gotta be something else, right? He can't be no like normal Viltrumite. And I was like, hey, Thrag built different, man. That's all I can say.
Man.
Look, I'm just saying.
Man.
Next season is going to be diabolical. Lord have mercy.
Man.
y'all
I
ain't ready
didn't
for that.
realize people were dogging him out before that episode.
Who, Thrag?
Talking to the yes, there were people that were clowning him because he was just holding the skull. He ran from Earth when all, or not Earth, but he ran when all the Viltrumites were catching it and shit like that.
Yeah.
So everybody was clowning him, saying Thrag wasn't shit. And then this episode came out, and now people are all collectively terrified.
Well, I mean, that's the thing, though. See, and this is what I love. It's like I kind of like when people that ain't read the comics
yes,
watch the show.
Yes.
Because I ain't gonna lie. Not only like, and I mean this both positively and negatively. One, some of y'all who did not read the comics but are watching the show, but are pretending that you read the comics, you told on yourself. You told on
See,
yourself.
there you go. He was on fraud watch for a while there. You didn't know.
Yeah.
You didn't know, big dog.
Yeah. No, he was.
You,
Well,
you didn't read that book, boy.
Cause I ain't gonna hold you. When they got to that part where they're like, "Oh, he ran," I was like, you know what it was? I felt like this was Game of Thrones all over again. I was like,
Okay.
"Shh, don't say nothing. Don't." I was like, "Don't tell them niggas shit. Don't
Yep.
say nothing to
Yep.
him. Let him think that motherfucker ain't shit. But look, this was me because I saw somebody else try to be like, man, no, y'all. I was like,
Don't say that.
I was like, keep
Keisha
that.
out of here, no.
I was like, man, keep.
Keisha into
I
the
was like,
invisible conversation.
I said, no, y'all keep that shit to yourself. Don't say nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, and the people. Oh yeah, and this is also the other thing. People whining about Tech Jacket. I was like, man, it really don't make a damn difference if Tech Jacket is male or female
Oh,
because
okay.
it's the same. Like, I don't know. Maybe correct me if I'm wrong, Carter, because maybe you read more Tech Jacket than I did. But
I haven't read one modicum of goddamn Tech Jacket. If it wasn't in Invincible, I don't know. I didn't know it was a dude, but I didn't. I know there was a guy in the book, and then they made it this young girl, I guess, to kind of match up with like Oliver, so Oliver can have a love interest. I didn't care. I didn't give a shit.
yeah, no, I mean,
Do what they
because
doing.
at the end of the day, it does not matter.
I like when they do shit like that because it's not following. If I wanted some shit to follow the book, I just go read the books. They on the shelf.
Right. They're like I
like when
right
they
there.
do shit to kind of switch it up, so to keep everybody collectively on their toes. People that have read it and people who hadn't read it. I like when shit like that happens.
Yeah, no, the thing is, I saw people that were trying to clown the show because they're saying, "Oh man," because someone took a picture of the comic and held it up next to like the show, and we're like, "Huh, this is trash. It doesn't even look half as good as the comic." And I was like, "Dude, the comic." Okay, first off, that's unfair because I was like, one, you're talking about like if you want to talk about something having like, you know, an animation budget versus like one thing or the other, I mean, that's one thing. But I was like, dude, Ryan Otley is not a dude you just easily adapt his art style.
Yeah.
And I was like, and there's some things about Ryan Otley's art style I don't think would translate to animation.
I like it from the standpoint. So this is what I started telling people. It's the kick-ass rule where if it's something that you think will make the story better than the source material, then do that. Because I can't I think we can all safely agree, and it shouldn't be a back and forth conversation, to where the kick-ass movies are way better than the goddamn book.
Oh, infinitely.
So if you're gonna do shit to keep people on their toes to make them enjoy the movie, and it's tweaking something from the source material, but it ends up like it's better off for it, do that. So I don't care about that. I don't mind it. Let Oliver get him more. I don't care.
Look, hey, because I'm gonna tell you right now. I've already seen the I've already read the book. I read Invincible twice, cover to cover. Yeah. I don't need them. Look, you know what it is? I'm gonna blame some of these weebs because y'all used to these mangas getting adapted like 1-to-1, and I'm like, dude, you don't need that because that's actually half the reason I don't even like reading manga as much anymore. Like if I read a manga, it's probably gonna be some shit that don't have an anime connected to it, or whatever. Like, but if it like a lot of shit, I just wait for the anime to come out because I too many times I'll be like, I get bored because I'm like, yeah, I know what's gonna happen. I know what's about to happen. I was like, I don't need to see this shit again. Like, do something different. That's a whole other can of worms in and of itself.
Have any more?
Yeah, we got another Shadow Sonic Silver. Says oh, Dip, one of my super chats is missing despite being charged for wait, which one? Wait, hold, let me go back. Oh, no. I got you. I missed it. That was me. So I will oh wait, no. Did I? Yeah, here it is. I got it right here. So don't worry about it. I got you. Don't you worry about that. It says Age of Mythology Retold is free to play next week on PC and Xbox. And don't forget that the final season for Bleach 1,000 Year Blood War drops in June. This right here, I actually didn't realize they were done with that. I thought that was some shit they would just let keep going. Because I felt like people were watching the fuck out of it. That was my guess. But that's crazy. I might jump on that. I might jump on that Age of Mythology. But yes, I did see it.
No, you ain't jumping on nothing. your black ass is gonna stay on that crimson dessert.
That crimson dessert, no. Oh,
That's what you gonna do, motherfucker. Age
Man.
of nothing. Age of Crimson is what you finna be playing big time.
I ain't gonna hold you. I think I played for like an hour. I think I played for like an hour total. Like, I like the game, but man, them controls are diabolical. Whoever came up with the control scheme for that game,
All right, here you go. Here you go. I'm gonna
You
peel the
deserve
curtain
an
back.
ass whooping. You
peel the curtain
deserve an
back.
ass whipping.
I told Ernie about these controls. Ernie then sends me a Mighty Keith video where it's a how it feels playing Crimson Desert, which I was cracking up off of when he sent me the video because I didn't know that was a thing. But
yeah.
that was the whole conversation, y'all. That was the whole conversation. He asking me about Crimson Desert. I tell him about the controls. I tell him about other stuff. He sends me the Mighty Keith video. That was it.
Uh-huh.
Later on that night, I'm asleep. Phone starts going off. Fuck is this? Who's waking me up? I see Blerd Without Fear. Bruh. These controls so raggedy. I wake up and laugh immediately.
Well, the thing is, like I was telling Carter, I had talked to some other people who played,
Yeah.
but like, and they all said the same thing. Like, acquaintance of mine, Zach, he said that was his main beef with the game. Is how garbage the controls were. And one of our mutuals, Adam, he played it, and he was like, yeah, he said, I kind of thought maybe you might have been over exaggerating. He said, yeah, these controls ain't it. And then when you told me, I was like, man, it's and like I said, I was hearing other people say this shit too, but I was like, man, maybe it's just people that, like, even by the time you told me, I was still kind of like, I don't know, man. Maybe people just being too precious about this shit. When I play that shit, that motherfucker told me to hold R1 and R2 at the same time. I cut the game off. I was like, man, I'm like, nigga, what is this? I was like, because I'm gonna tell you what happened when it first happened. I didn't try to do R1. I didn't like look at I didn't see what it said and go, oh yeah, R1, R2, boom, like just like that. No. I was like, I tried to do L1, R1 at the same time because I was like a normal fucking human being, or like L2, R2. I was like, wait, I said, that don't even feel right. Like that, and that's just like one of the things. But like the control scheme, I can't tell you how many times I kept trying to run and would crouch. Because I was so fucking mad at that goddamn game last night. But no, I heard the same thing. Like, cause the same thing. The same thing that where to go? Because I was literally just looking at it. I just saw someone put the shit here. Said basically talking about how the game you got to play the game for 7 hours before it like really opens up. Yeah, here it is right here. Yeah, this is it right here. So you gotta play the game for 7 hours for the game to open up. Yeah, because Carter was like, yeah, it take about 7 to 9 hours for that motherfucker to open up. And here's the thing, I'm gonna keep playing.
That's what people were telling me. I'm on hour 5 right now.
Damn. Damn. Well, no, I'm gonna keep playing it because I mean, for one,
I want to see if it's true. I will say it's making me want to cut that motherfucker on. I will say that. And who is that? Ralph. I do know about. You said don't tell him about Pragmato. I think we both already know about. Pragmato. I want that game. I really enjoyed that demo when I played. I'm just not getting it right now, but because you're not getting it right now. The only thing you getting is Crimson Desserts. But yeah. I thought Pragmato was pretty cool.
That man said this man treating Crimson Desert like it's John Kent. He's like, oh, you gonna like Crimson Desert. He's like, whether you like it or not. But no, listen. But no, I'm gonna try it out. Like I said, I'm gonna try out. I'm gonna try out Age of Myth. I'm gonna try it out. I promise y'all. I will. Like, because right now, okay. So let me give you the full disclosure. I really want Pragmata. I'm gonna wait until next week to get it. Because I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Like, real talk, are we in a safe space, Carter?
I would hope so.
My taxes had me like this shit right here. Oh. Dude, my taxes had me like this shit right here. That shit was like, I'm not gonna bullshit you. My taxes, the government put their foot in my ass. And that's with me paying estimated taxes. So yeah, it's no, so Carter and I both, I think you played the demo, right? Yeah, you say you played the demo.
Yeah, I played the demo.
I played the demo. Everyone I've talked to that has played the demo, we all came away with the same thing. Oh, this is kind of cold. This is kind of cold right here. Okay, all right, y'all talk about something.
Yeah.
I played the demo, like the only bad thing I can say about the game, and it was like kind of just me fucking around, was that when I played the demo 3 times, I hated that the demo knew that you had already played it and was still giving you the tutorial. The same exact tutorial. That was my only complaint with it. But like the game itself, I love the gameplay. I love the concept. I love the look, the design, the characters.
Cool.
Everything looks cool. So that is getting played regardless. Like that's happening. That's happening. But that's next week. But what I will do is let me do it now so I do not forget.
Okay.
But I will go check it out and try it out, because like I said, I'm always down to play. I'll play, man. Y'all have no idea. I played all kind of wild shit. I'll play whatever. I don't really care. So long as I'm having fun, I'm good. For the most part. But yeah, no, I'll check that out just out of sheer curiosity, if nothing else.
Yeah.
Now, and also just to say, I did not forget and this actually gives a more specific date. The earlier super chat, that basically to kind of give you guys an idea, from April the 23rd to the 27th. So please believe, when that time comes, we will, or I won't speak for Carter. I will give it, I'll give it a chance and give it, give it a shot, play it, and see. Wait. You ain't shit, motherfucker. God damn it! Stop lying on me. You actually tell the truth. But no, says I'll play whatever. Blur says while secretly playing Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Look, no, you know what it is? I'm gonna tell you what it is. It'll be some random bullshit phone game that like that shit where they got you sliding drinks across the table to like merge drinks. Like I'll be playing bullshit like that, or something. And yes, you can write off comics, which I did do. Unfortunately, I actually spent less on comics in 2025 than I did on 2024. 2024 was diabolical.
Hey, you're doing better. You're doing way better than.
Yeah, well, no. So basically, what it was, I bought more. Okay, so this is what happened. My shop trips went up. My hardcover like omnibus consumption went down.
Gotcha.
But which is crazy because I felt like I bought a lot of hardcovers. But you know what it was? It was actually because I was buying them on like ridiculous ass deals. Or I was getting them through you. That I think that's actually, I don't think it wasn't so much that I bought less, it was how I was buying them. And because of the way that went, I didn't think to, like the times that you bought a comic for me and then sent it to me, I never added those. I kind of was like, oh yeah, whatever. I was like, it's whatever. I didn't care about that. But yeah, I need to get them softbacks. I need to get them soft, but no softbacks. But no, I wrote off
okay,
comics.
We need to end the show now. He's doing it again. He's stunting again. He did it on Twitter. He's stunting again. Look at him.
This man, what is he doing?
Look at him.
This man. Hey. But you know what? I just want to point something out. Gavin know how to put a Negro in a DC comic. Ooh.
Is that the show? Is that what you dropped the mic on? Is that what you
no. We got one more because there's one thing that we did miss. We got one here. Actually, I'm gonna pull this up this way. Look, first off, shout out to Gavin. Oh, and you know what? I bet when we see Gavin's Mr. Terrific, he ain't gonna look like that one that was in that that Brian Azzarello bullshit. Anyway, he ain't gonna have Fair Play tattooed across his back, looking like a whole. Anyway, yeah, let me just be quiet. But no, we got one. Doxin Greenlight hit us with a super chat earlier. I somehow skipped over this. I remember because I was lining up coherent thoughts. That's what it was. But no, Doxin Greenlight asked, you guys ever do a basic live comic nerd Q&A? I mean, not really, not specifically. Not specifically. I think we had thought about it before.
Can't do it now.
No, not now. Not now. We're actually gonna. Well, I tell you what. I was gonna say we're gonna save questions for next week. Obviously, we're not doing them today. But no, what I will say that we will do is that we are once we get off here, I'm gonna go partake of my crimson desserts. And I'm also gonna catch up on the Mall TV show because 2 more episodes came out and I need to catch up. Oh, also, someone asked earlier about TV show recommendations. Here's another TV show recommendation just to put this out here. Ianu season 2 is up and running. And if you have not been watching, you should do so. Just putting that out there. I think and I want to say it was either episode 4 or 5, I think came out today. Maybe.
Okay.
I might be I might be misremembering. Also, I ain't gonna hold you. Gavin, this shit kind of slick diabolical. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you on this. This is a little diabolical. This man said he modeled. Wait, where'd it go? Yeah, here it is right here. Yeah, this man said he modeled Mr. Terrific on JT.
I'll tell you something right now. I think we should end it there, to be completely honest with you.
Yeah, we will.
You listen to me and you listen good, Gidry. If I see one goddamn comment in that fucking comic about, if I see anything, I mean, I will put this on a stack of Bibles and I won't go to church. But if I see at any point, Mr. Terrific looks at Flash and the words, "Ain't nobody coming to see you, Wally," come out his mouth. If you talked Ryan North into putting that in his book, I'll never read a goddamn DC book again. I'll have you canceled by next week.
So basically, what he's saying is, Gavin,
We coming for you, nigga.